correct, which are both high
it'll
level
go
spells. So
away.
it's kind of like
Hey,
you're like I
Pluto,
can
I took
prepare.
notes
Yep.
on the
Um,
important stuff. So I can't even cast 5th level spells yet. So I'll have to do like a caster level check or whatever, right, to cast from a
oh,
scroll
for like a
of higher
scroll,
level.
yeah. Yeah, if it's only like one level higher though, I think it's almost a gimme.
Okay, and then I need to figure out how much this is going to cost because I know I don't have the money, but maybe I can get like one of them.
Yeah, and you also know, for example, that getting getting something like a spell like um, Death Ward would be a pretty good thing because it would protect you from. I think it just makes you
Mm-hmm.
immune to its Whale of the Banshee
I
ability.
have on my
Well, it
list
makes you
Death
immune to
Ward,
negative energy.
Shatter, Silence.
And Whale of the Banshee, I don't think is negative energy.
I think
I
it
think it's
is.
just
It
Let me
also gives
check.
you a save against death effects, though. It doesn't have
It
to
does give
be.
you a bonus to the save as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a death effect.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Whale of the Banshee does not do negative energy. It's just 10 points of damage per caster level.
Yeah, I guess it's death and sonic. So if anything, it'd be sonic damage. But I guess, but it doesn't even. It's just listed as untyped damage.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if it's sonic damage. Maybe
What's its
I could
decipher?
see
Does
you.
it
I
have a
think that
decipher?
it would say
The
sonic damage if it
descriptor
was
is death
sonic
and
damage,
sonic.
right?
Then
Right,
it's sonic.
that's what I think it might be. It might be sonic damage, yeah. Because like
that means
spells with the fire descriptor are fire.
elementalists can do their thingy with it. Like Amarcia, if Amarcia had
Or
sonic,
Is
that
it
spell
just
she
a
could have
sonic
she could have
effect
turned it into a
that
cold
causes like
version
internal
of it.
bleeding to deal damage?
Because that's what
Like
the
the whale
deceivers
just
are.
causes your head to bleed or your brain to bleed or something. So it's not actually
But I think
damaging you with
that,
sonic damage.
but I think the damage is still caused by a sonic effect. So I think we
So if you have
might have
resistance
to
towards
go
sonic,
with
it should
energy
help.
The damage is
resistances.
from the whale.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
the whale.
That's the only thing that
itself.
makes sense because then there's no point for spells to have energy descriptors on them.
Right.
True enough.
Because like anything with fire descriptor,
As long as Pluto's
has to
good
do
with
fire
that. So if we have sonic
Yeah.
resistance, we get some resistance towards it.
But sonic
Yeah, I mean,
resistance is not easy to get. You can't resist energy doesn't give you that.
Oh.
Yeah, sonic
Resist energy is
damage
limited to the 4 primary ones.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic damage is usually rarer, but it's also
Yeah.
resistances and stuff like that's rare as well. And then yeah, it
What
also has
I'm a war priest.
they also have like this kind of yeah, you're a war priest. They also have like this like soul absorption ability thing they can do, which I don't know
That's
if
a
it's
death
ruled.
effect.
I'm going to rule it as a death effect. Let me double check what it might not technically have it listed.
Actually,
as
it's not even a death effect,
but
but Death Ward just makes you immune to it because it's energy drain. And Death Ward makes you immune to energy drain.
yeah, so I don't even. I
Death
think it just
Ward
makes you immune.
4th level, I want to say.
Right back.
I think so.
Because I think I already have it. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm going to prepare that twice. I'm getting my spells ready for this thing, because I think it's going to happen today. And next time we sleep, I'll have these spells prepared. And then, Pluto, I'm going to buy 3 5th level scrolls, I think.
Okay.
So definitely 1 Hollow and 1 Dispel Evil. And then the third one is Shatter, a 5th level spell?
Shatter's
I'll
a
get there.
lower level spell than that. Shatter's
I might
like
not have it on my list. I don't know what it is. Sorry,
Shatter's like
I'm pulling stuff up. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Shatter's a level 2 spell, and it is on your list.
Let's see. Shatter, loud noise. Damages a crystalline creature. 1d6 sonic damage per caster level, max 10d6. Wow, that's pretty good. Fort save half. Yeah, that's really good for a second level spell. So I will
Perfect.
definitely prepare that. So instead of... There's this energy, which we decided won't help.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I have
this thing is no joke. Like it's definitely gonna be a hard fight. You definitely want to
missing a
have
spell.
much preparation as you can get.
I mean, this thing's evil, right? So protection from evil equals good.
Yeah, as long as I mean, it depends. At this point, protection from evil might be kind of medium because it doesn't stack with it's a resistance and deflection bonuses. You probably already have those from like your ring and your cloak. So if it's not like if you have a +2 on both of those already, it's not going to do a whole lot.
Yeah, I thought it also gave you.
It
You
makes
don't
you
get
immune to
charmed.
possession. Yeah, you're
Which
immune
I
to
don't
like
know if it can
possessions
do
and things
that.
like that.
Did we learn if it does that?
I don't think you would have learned any. I don't think there was anything you learned about them having possession abilities. The
And I learned
closest
quite
you
a
have,
bit.
yeah, the closest you have to that you know of is that sometimes a demi-lich could be like they can maintain
Oh, it
their
can have its
original
spell casting.
consciousness and have their original spell casting. So if it had one of those, it could have like a spell like Magic Jar or something like that, where they can
But I didn't
possess
think this
somebody
was
else's
that.
bodies. No, you guys don't think that this one did not like the way that it had its torpor basically, that it didn't do anything until you like disturbed its stuff. Basically, tells you that it is not a intelligent. It has intelligence, I
Technically,
guess, but it's not
I only have a ring of
it's not a.
protection 1.
Oh, there you go. Then you'd give yourself a
But
AC bonus.
the +1 AC probably won't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really do. Technically, it has flyby attack, but if it's resorting, if this thing's resorting to trying to flyby attack you, you're probably not going to be that worried about it. Just say
Or
that
are we?
much. How you doing, Ron?
Well, actually, we could have a lot of people who can fly, so
Hi.
yeah.
Hey, what's up?
If we couldn't fly, hit and run tactics are strong.
Yeah, but this thing's hit and run tactics are not very strong if it's resorting to flyby attack.
Yeah.
It's got some other stuff that are a lot better. But like it's still dangerous, but its attacks are not the dangerous part.
Do we learn if
can
this thing has
do-
DR?
Yeah, it has ridiculously
It has a
powerful
shit ton.
DR.
Is it epic DR?
It's DR 20. I don't know if I gave you that exact number last time, but I will tell you that anyway. It's just DR 20 dash generally, but there are a few things that get around it. Like if you have a Vorpal sword, for example, that ignores the DR. And like I think like a shatter spell ignores the DR as well. But yeah, generally they just have.
I thought all spells ignore DR.
Well, yeah, unless they do
Some
physical
spells
damage.
deal
Some
physical
spells, yeah.
damage.
Okay.
Like a blade.
But it's immune to
spell.
anything. This thing's immune to any magic that allows for SR. So
Yeah, it's like a golem.
except for certain spells like Shatter.
Like Shatter? Okay, good.
Or conjuration.
Because
type
I'm
things.
preparing Shatter. My main DPS
Yeah,
is probably going to be Shatter. I'm not going to throw daggers much.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like a good idea.
Shatter? I hardly know her.
And yeah, once everyone, you guys are all here now, so I guess as soon as you guys are ready, let me know. I'm pretty much all set, I think.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we can start.
At the end of the last session, as well, if you remember, Magical Fantasia, aka Trissa, decided to pursue Oddvolden, and you guys had determined maybe Trissa mostly did this. I can't remember who was casting spells for this. Maybe it was Raziel. But anyway, somebody was using some like divination magic, basically determined that he was on the plane of fire, basically, and so she's going to go try to look for him. And that's kind of she's written out of the story for now. But maybe at some point we will get a update on that, or maybe not. Maybe that's a story for another campaign.
Something I wish I could do to Sister Maria right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it just like worked out pretty nicely in this campaign. And yeah, you guys are in Kaer Maga, and I think you guys have decided to go back to, in the case for Raziel and Brugar, Ausay and, what's Secret's character's name again? Savath. I was drawing a blank on it for some reason. Anyway, yeah, Ausay and Savath have never been there, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I know Zadurian just gave me kind of like a list of some stuff that he bought in Kaer Maga as like his preparation. Does anybody else have any preparation they want to do?
I don't know what I should get.
I think you guys already have like the scroll, the plane shift there, and one to plane shift back to the material plane. That's something you guys already have as well. Or was somebody gonna hard cast it?
Sorry, hard
I
cast
don't know who's
what?
casting it.
Plane
I think
shift.
it has to be you. Because it's a divine spell.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
that's
you
me.
can get it as an arcane spell as well, but I don't know if. I guess Savath. No, Savath's a
about
Blood
that one.
Ranger, so she wouldn't have access to it.
And it's a 5th level spell.
Yeah, I know you guys already have, for sure. I'm pretty sure you guys already have one that can go back to the material plane at the very least. I can't remember if you have a second, if you have one of
I
those.
thought that Magical Fantasia had it. Did she give it to us?
She would have given it to you if she had one. Yeah, she would
I
have
just
given
don't
it
know
to
if
you.
she had one. I thought she had 2, and then I brought us back using one of them. When the whole, or that was Amber who had 2.
That was
right?
Amber, but yeah.
Do we know if the Demi-Lich can paralyze, curse, blind, or deafen people?
It can definitely curse people.
It can curse people, yeah.
And it's
Curse.
super strong.
Yeah, it has like an at-will curse ability, basically.
I'm gonna buy 2 potions of remove curse, and she's gonna tell everybody that she has them, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I just spent a lot of gold on scrolls for 5th level spells. Like, all my gold. I have 132 left. So that's, I'm fulfilling my destiny, though.
I'm gonna buy a potion of heroism.
Yeah, I just bought 2 potions of heroism and a potion of fly. Had to restock up on my potions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually
I couldn't
going
think
to
of any
prepare
other
remove
ones for
curse as
Brugar.
well.
Like, being able to fly and boosting all of my resistances is just kind of like, that's what I need.
Yeah. I don't have any ring slots available. See, I have some
I mean,
change.
any, healing kind of potions, I don't have a lot of healing to offer.
Nobody in this party
That
has
might be useful.
very much healing.
Yeah, I'm just saying that might be useful to buy, any potions that heal.
Using potions in combat.
I'm counting on you guys to heal me in combat.
Yeah, I'm better off
Who
swinging
can heal you in
than
combat?
healing.
Nobody. I don't think this party.
That's
I think
my
this
point.
party's.
Yeah.
This party's
Yeah,
not
but
relying on
I
in-combat
I
healing.
can't, whatchamacallit,
The best
I
defense
can't
is
potion
an
myself in
offense.
combat.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
based on
fun.
all the other spells I have to prepare, I can have, like,
Okay,
2
you know
cure
what?
spells.
You know what? Here, take this. I hand you a cure moderate wounds wand. Congratulations. Use it wisely.
To me?
Yes.
I'm never going to
Hey.
use it. I don't have
You're
the
the only person
time.
who can use it.
Yeah, but that's
You can
the
use
thing.
it out of
Nobody else.
combat.
Nobody
I
else
can use it
has.
outside of combat,
You're
sure.
not the only
How many
star
uses? Is it
in
full
the
uses
show.
or what?
And if you want us to live, you're the only person. I'm sorry, but you've been nominated.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, I bought it.
Also,
now you
I can't
take it.
drink. I
Actually,
can't potion in combat most of the time
technically,
because I'm using a heavy shield.
Oh, well, I guess
technically,
Gorig
Gorig
could.
can use the wand as well.
You know what? That's
She
it. We're
has,
giving
Ooh.
Gorig the wand. Gorig's
I like
getting
that
the
more.
wand.
Do that.
She's got a wand, a wand, or she's got a bard spell or class features, so that has like cure spells on it.
Yes. I think that's awesome, actually.
Okay.
Heal us with the rod or
Jeez,
wand.
You play a war priest and you don't even want to heal your team. I'm too busy throwing daggers.
I'm just saying, like, in this fight coming up, I can't do it.
And
In another fight, I can. But, like, I have a lot of spells I need to be casting for this fight.
Yeah, it's too dangerous to pull out a potion because it also provokes to drink it. So it's not something that fighters can really do. I mean, it's a good idea to have
I
them.
don't think it's
but,
gonna hit melee pretty hard.
I mean, fighters
I
can.
think it's gonna be pretty
I'm
weak.
not. My general like setup doesn't allow for ease of access. If I had a light shield, I can carry a potion in it. But I use a heavy shield most of the time.
Okay,
I'm too busy doing that
Pluto,
shit.
are you okay if I don't actually write these scrolls on my character sheet? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna
I don't care.
use them, like,
Well, you
today.
should probably write them down somewhere, even if it's not on your character
I'll
sheet.
have them on Notepad.
That's fair. Just somewhere you need to keep track of somewhere where they're at, because I'm not going to.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. My point is that I'm going to buy them this session, and I'm going to use them this session.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Because are you? Yeah, because who knows? Something could change.
Might happen.
Something might happen. Like, you guys have to. There's some ground to cover
Fair
to
enough,
get there.
fair enough.
You're not plane shifting directly. You're not even plane shifting.
Scroll of plane shift.
Because you're technically not even plane shifting to the same plane that demi-lich is on. You're actually plane shifting to a different demi-plane that's connected to it. And you gotta like walk through it.
Yeah, remember the doors?
Where did
it was a portal.
It just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
What? Scroll of
They were like
plane
five different portals, I think, in this demi-plane, basically, because there was like some that went to like a fire, like this kind of border on the fire and earth plane where like
Yeah. Okay.
and then there was the one that went to the dragon as well, which I don't know if you guys want to go through that one and go talk to Patriarch again.
Maybe. I love Patriarch.
And let's see. Oh, there's the map you guys made, kind of the rough.
The one I drew with the railroad.
Yeah, with the railroads.
Yep. Okay, so I'm good. I have Spell Evil and Hollow. I have Plane Shift.
What?
We wouldn't. I was
Rigor says,
kidding.
why would we need to talk to the dragon?
Well, I mean, we did tell him we'd find his friend, and we're pretty sure his friend is the Stimulus that we're gonna kill.
I mean, Savath is interested in the Mad Dragon.
Yeah, Savath and Ausay have never seen this dragon.
Yeah, I tell him he's a waste of time.
Oh, poor fellow.
All he does is blow hot air.
Oh man.
Because he's a magma dragon.
Jeez.
I mean, he can also craft really powerful weapons.
Yeah, detailed.
Well, until we found that friend of his, I don't think he's gonna do anything for us.
Well, we found him.
Telling
he's
him
this Demi-Lich.
I'm telling you that Yeah, simply telling him isn't going to do anything. You know how off his rocker that dragon is?
Yeah, I'm
No,
not.
that's
I'm
I
not
why
think
sure
we
how
need
we're
to
gonna
find some proof.
prove anything to him.
He's perfectly sane.
I mean, we just need to
And
use
I
just
bet we'll
as
get
insane
some
of
proof.
logic to convince him. You can't reason with unreasonable people. You have to
I
be
mean,
unreasonable.
apart from the fact that if you look at if you ever look up like a magma dragon, like one of the first things it says about the description of them is that that magma dragons are insane, just as a general rule. But apart from that,
Apart from that. So in other words, the game master can do
I love
whatever
these
the
guys.
fuck they want, just make sure it don't make sense sometimes.
Burgar says, I'm sure we can find some proof that the Demi-Lich is the person he's looking for, but so long as it's alive, we're not going to get anything of it. So
Okay,
we're going to have to
well,
deal with it.
Yeah, let's deal with it. I'm ready. I've waited over a year for this moment, and I feel like I'm prepared.
All right, so you guys plane shift then?
We can try to plane. So it's next day then, because I need to prepare spells.
Sure.
So we'll wait a day after buying stuff.
Where are my notes? What day is it? Not that it particularly matters too much, but
Hey, you're not
like
supposed to tell us that. Time is always moving.
Well, yeah, but I mean the specific day. It's still in the middle of March
I'm
right now.
kidding.
So it'd be like March 20th right now.
One of the things I like about Mantis' game is he always kept us guessing.
Well, and Secret's game time is always moving. I'm just not always telling you that, but periodically if you check chat, you'll see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the little calendar.
Mm-hmm. I like
nice
that.
tool.
I'm just saying I'm more paranoid in Mantis' game because there's usually deep consequences. That's all.
I'm not. There's zero consequences.
Okay.
Because Mantis hasn't thought of any.
Ouch.
I mean, we die and then we get reborn, so I don't know if that counts as a consequence. Maybe not.
Not really.
Then we just do everything we did to get back where we were.
Well, yeah, because we
Yeah,
can
no, that
skip
part
all
would-
the research
Anyways,
part and go straight
anyways.
to wherever we want and save a lot of time just doing that.
If I want to plane shift, how do I plane shift?
Plane shift is a level 5 spell for you, I think.
Yep. I'm reading the rules, but you might be faster than me reading through all these rules.
You have level 4 spells, so level 5 is out of your reach, right?
Yep.
What level did War Priest get playing level 5 spell?
Next level, I think.
War
13
Priests get it
then?
at level 13, yeah. Scrolls, Pathfinder. DC is going to be...
Ooh, do I have the ability score? I need to have, 15 wisdom? I have 15 wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. Yeah, I got 16 wisdom.
So,
okay, so we're going to run into
DC
problems later down the line.
Oh, and actually, you'd probably be getting this as a cleric spell.
Oh, yeah,
as a
of
cleric,
course.
like the scroll. So it might actually be even easier than normal, than like normally would under these rules. So they get it as a level 9 spell. So that means your plane shift scroll would probably be caster level 9, which means that...
Oh, you're talking about if I'm using ambers? I bought my own,
well, even if you bought your own.
actually. Well, wait, can I not buy my own that's a cleric one?
No, that's what I'm saying. Even if you buy your own, it'd be caster level 9. Like, it would be easier.
Caster level 9. Caster level 13?
As
If
in a
a
ninth
spell
level
is a
character.
higher level than you can actually cast it, you have to make check.
Correct, but the thing is because the spell would be created by like a cleric can get it at a lower level than a war priest can. So they would be making this roll.
I didn't realize I wasn't a full caster. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the DC actually would be 10.
10.
For a caster level check, and I'm pretty
That's
sure
an
you
auto
succeed. I'm pretty sure you just auto succeed, even though it's not.
Okay.
Even though you don't have access to it yet.
Using scrolls as a non-full caster is broken. Right?
I guess it does say
scroll as the full caster class.
Now it does say that. Oh no, that's just for the natural one is just for the wisdom
I have to take a
check
phone
for
call,
scroll
people.
mishap. So yeah, you're fine. You can just use it.
Yep. Okay. We plane shift to
Okay.
wherever we're going. I forget. Is it the place with the minecarts or the demi plane?
Yes, it'll be. Well, it'll be that
The
demi
same
plane.
thing.
The minecarts, they're both demi. They're
With
both
the
demi
golem
planes.
thing.
Yes. So actually, that's the first thing you'll see is when you appear there, you're in that room where the golem used to be. But curiously, it is actually like there. It looks like somebody scrapped parts of it from it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Like
mean
it's
more than we did?
More than you guys did, yeah. It looks like somebody came in and like broke it down more. It's kind of like separated out into like little piles, like it's kind of organized now. But it looks like somebody like took some of the valuable metal from it. I mean, obviously, Alce and Savoth maybe wouldn't really kind of realize that, but you and Brugar definitely realize like that's not how we.
I'll look around real quick and see if I see anyone around.
Okay.
1 second. Elimino P. I rolled a 3.
You don't see anyone. You definitely think somebody was here, but you don't see anyone currently here. Like no one seems to be hiding and watching you or anything like that.
Okay.
Maybe just
You don't see any like obvious tracks.
As a by the way, last night before I went to bed, I put a bestow curse in my spell storing dagger as usual. But I still had one prepared from the previous day.
Okay. Let's see here.
But I did not prepare one today.
Why are there 2 Alce tokens on the Kaer Maga map? I don't get it. What am I doing?
Are there? I only see one.
There were. I just deleted one. It's like, this doesn't make any sense. What am I doing with my life?
Yay,
yeah,
map time.
Here's that lovely map that you guys drew before. Not that I'm expecting... Well, the thing is, if something happens, I'll probably pull you to a different map, because this is not a combat map, but...
I love this map. Also, where am I at?
That's a good question. I think when I pasted you, it, like, put you off the edge of the map, so...
Oh.
Apparently I brought a dot from Kaer Maga as well. That's fine, it's just gonna stay there. So yeah, you guys are kind of at the area there, where there's that weird...
Is that not like the potion of everlasting water or whatever flask?
Oh, the decanter of ever flowing water or whatever?
I thought that's what that was.
There's multiples of those. But yeah, we could pretend it's that if you want. It's your map, you're the one that drew this, so everything can be whatever you say it is. Doesn't necessarily mean it's actually there, but you can say it, you can put it on your map if you want.
Alright, so we'll go down the hallway. I want to, like, peek into the rooms as we go by and see if I see anyone or if anything looks disturbed or... Yeah, because before everything was, like, pristine and, like, beds made, no one lives there. So I just want to see if it looks like anyone's living in any of these or if I see anyone in any of them.
You can take, like, cursory glances as I walk through. I'm going to take the
lead basically, as we go through... And I'm going to try and go quietly, not
behind me.
Not be too loud walking down the hall.
Okay. So you do that. You go in. You kind of slowly push the doors open and kind of glance into like, well, not even glance. You're like actually taking time probably and um thoroughly like looking into each room. Maybe not going into them, but looking into them. But
Yeah,
it looks
definitely
like,
spending some time looking at the rooms.
yeah, it still looks like they're abandoned, just like the last time you looked at it. It doesn't look like anyone, like whoever was in that other place didn't do anything with these.
Okay. And I'll grab one of those decanters of water or whatever.
Okay, sure. You have a decanter of endless water.
You never know when you need water.
And then yeah, you get up to, a little past it, and you get to that spot where the minecart tracks start, and you have the first portal that leads into an elemental plane. It leads to an elemental
If
pocket.
I recall, none of those actually mattered till we got to the very end. And that's the one. Wait, is that the one that brought us to Patriarch or to the other plane?
Those were both in the last room. So this one right here just leads to a pocket plane where there was like the mine carts ended in there, and like it kind of looked like
Oh,
from what
like
you guys determined.
What I thought was a furnace or something.
No, this one looked like somewhere where somebody was mining ore from it, and the same thing with the next like the next one over here, and like another one of them over here.
Oh, okay. So anyways, we'll go follow the tracks. I don't think we're gonna go into any of the portals. We fought some like water elementals or something, earth elementals.
They were magma elementals.
Yeah.
Yeah, no need for that. So we'll just proceed on until we get to like the ones down here. I guess.
Yeah. So when you get down,
one.
so this one is the one that leads to the other demi-plane.
This one goes
like,
to the dragon.
This one goes to the dragon. This one just goes to another fire plane. This area over here is where the furnace and like smelter and everything looks like. This looks like where presumably Pedriarch would have like at least got the ore. Like this looks like where they kind of combine from like kind of what you determined. It looked like they maybe combined different ores from the other ones in here and make like an alloy of some sort, and that's what was used to make the weapons. But you never really found anything about like unlocking the process of making that specifically. So, but it has something to do with this.
But something to do with the 3 different planes, and then they smelted all here.
So, like I said, this portal is bigger than these other ones, presumably to make it easier for Pedriarch to go through the portal without having to like shrink himself.
Now.
Yeah, at the time it was kind of strange because you're like, why is this one?
Before we're just like, oh, it must be more important.
Yeah. Reasonable assumption, but yeah.
Like, this is the end of the map that Pluto gave us. This is the last thing we should do. Which I guess it kind of was.
No, it wasn't actually. Well, because you guys had Amber here, which helped a lot because she was able to do like, she was able to like study all these portals and was able to figure out like properties of them. So like one thing, you guys went this one last because she determined that this one was a one-way portal.
Material world.
No, this one goes to material
that
world.
too. Yeah, okay.
Pedriarch's the one that's on the material plane, but this one's the only one that was a one-way portal. The other ones you could return back through. This one up here, you can't. You go into it, and the only way you can get out after that, of at least, is by plane shifting out. Now, it is worth noting that you would remember as well that there were more portals in the sanctum where the demo lich is. There were like some deactivated portals in there. At least they.
You know what I just realized?
They look the same as these.
Is I probably would have wanted another plane shift scroll, but I never bought one and I didn't have money for one. Wait a second. I bought a 5th level scroll, not a caster level 9 or whatever. What I say 5th? Oh, it's still 5th level. It's the same thing. Okay,
it's still a 5th level spell. Yeah. It's just a lower caster level.
So yeah, I don't have another plane shift scroll, so if we get trapped in there, we're trapped in there. Unless I level up.
Oh boy, Brugar like puts his palm over his face.
No, I tell you, sorry, in character I say, I'm sure that Gazre will guide us if we get stuck.
Oh, okay. Are you sure you don't have one that's for the material plane already? Like you have the one
not
I
on my
didn't...
character sheet, but if you're
Okay.
telling me that there dedefinitely was one that
I was pretty sure that
Fantasia
Amber
would've
had
given
another
us.
one. That yeah, like I think you would have had. I think you would have had. I think you would have had the other one that Amber had. Like somebody would have that one still. Like she had another one. I'm pretty sure.
I kind of just assumed we gave that to Fantasia, but maybe not.
Well,
The
she would have
only thing
given it
she
back to you.
gave me was
If
the
you're saying that's kosher, then I'm gonna put another scroll
Yeah.
plane shift on here,
Alright, a
and
couple
it's
of
gonna
our
Do it.
be
unit zones
but
are
for
without
wizard
power
though,
right
not
now, so
cleric,
I'm gonna get
right?
a flood of calls. So I'm checking out for about 17 minutes, and I will be back.
Okay.
Okay. Pluto, this is for wizard caster level or not?
Yeah, I guess technically the one that Amber had would have been a wizard. Would have been on wizard caster levels.
Okay, well, hopefully we don't need it, but if we do, then we'll see.
So as a wizard one, it would be a 6th level spell or 7th level spell actually.
7th level spell, yeah.
Yeah. And caster
There's no
level
way
would
Amber
be-
afforded those. She had to have bought cleric ones, right?
I don't remember.
I don't actually remember. I know one of them. She got one without having to buy it. It was like a reward or something.
Okay, maybe she did then. Okay.
But let's see. Wizards get plane shift at 13th. They get the same level you do. So.
Okay, cast level 13. Great.
But yeah.
But I can still cast it just because it's on my spell list, even though it's wizard, not cleric.
I don't know that you can.
Well, I did before. I'm just saying.
I guess we're gonna rule you can.
Or she had cleric ones. Maybe she had cleric ones.
Maybe she had cleric ones. I don't remember because they
Like
are
we
cheaper.
might have told her to buy those because they were cheaper.
Yeah, she might have specifically got cleric ones because they were cheaper. We'll say that. I don't know. It's not super important. I think the logistics in the long run are not going to be that big a deal.
The transportation isn't the part that should be the challenge.
In this case, no.
Yeah, in this case, yeah. I'm pretty sure she did. Like, I just feel like I remember her saying that.
Yeah.
Or Manta saying that.
Yeah, I think you're right. But anyway, what do you guys do from here then? Are you guys gonna go directly there, or do you guys want to swing over and talk to Pedriarch?
I don't think we have anything to say to Pedriarch. Brugar made that clear.
Demi-plane, yeah. Well, that's in character. You can go there and try to convince us.
I will say actually one other thing. You notice as well in here that it actually looks like there's been stuff moved around in here as well.
Yeah.
It feels like somebody was in here as well. Like maybe somebody was using.
So I think Pedriarch could have fit through this hallway that we're in.
Yeah, you think he probably could?
Because I kind of think it was Pedriarch. He's the only one alive around here that I know of. And it seems like if he wanted to make more of these weapons, he might scrap some of the metals. Because he can't go mine them things himself easily. I mean, maybe he can just cast a spell to turn him into a person. That's my theory.
That's your theory, and you're sticking to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brugar, we've waited a long time for this. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Remember, from what we learned, the thing won't activate and come alive and try and kill us unless we get too close to it or mess with its stuff. So we'll have
yeah,
plenty of
I
time to
know about
prepare
that.
right before.
Well, I mean, I think we're also not going to go straight towards it. We need to find out like what's going on with this whole place, because there's a
Yep,
bunch of things that are
I
fishy.
agree. But I'm also just telling the party, because they weren't there last time, like, you don't need to be too worried. It only activates once you, like, mess with its stuff.
Alright, so you guys go through it then?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So, stepping through, you get into familiar site where you're on you seem to be in kind of a building of some sort. You're on like a kind of a very large balcony, where there normally are supposed to be stairs. They're just kind of an opening. And like you guys are on like the second floor, and there's windows leading out to some other landscape that you guys never really checked out last time. Then there's a door. I don't remember if you guys closed it last time or if it'd still be open, but there's a door you guys went through last time that leads
at the
into
bottom
a
of
circling...
the stairs or whatever.
No, it's at the. This is at the top of the stairs. You guys never went down the stairs that aren't there. You guys never went down to the bottom floor.
Wait, I thought through the door was stairs to go up to where the Demi-Lich was.
Yeah, no, eventually there are. So here's, I'll give you a little reminder.
Okay.
You'd remember this as characters, that this door leads to a hallway that kind of circles around, and there's several rooms along the way, kind of sort of similar to like the rooms that you see at the beginning of the other demi-plane. But when you get far enough, it circles around to like the other side kind of, and then like there's that's where the stairs are that lead to to another floor.
Wait, didn't we have an MS
one.
Paint map of this one too?
I don't think so, but let me.
I distinctly remember circle with doors.
I don't see one, but...
Alright, maybe not.
I know there's an MS Paint map for the actual encounter up there, but I'm not going to pull you guys to that one unless you,
fine.
Go there. But yeah, I don't think I have one for... I don't think I have... Unless it's one of these blank ones with no names, but I'm not going to go look through all of them. Last time, you guys remember that you guys were in here, you kind of heard like you heard like kind of laughter and like kind of like these little kids from outside the windows though, but you guys chose not to go check that out. This time you don't hear
that.
that.
We're gonna like check this. I think we're gonna check it out this time.
Yeah, you don't hear it this time.
How to get out?
Go ahead and roll a perception though. Okay. And then I guess I can force Secrets roll. I don't know if she's here.
Ron want to roll
right now.
Not bad.
Yeah, here we go. No, Secrets, she looks all fancy and shit. She's got like a bunch of weird, like, effects on it. Alright, let's see here. So Alce and Raziel both hear this. They hear what sounds like a conversation happening from outside. Like, kind of, it's pretty quiet, but you can't make out like what they're saying, but you definitely hear like it sounds like there's two people like talking to each other.
Talking to each other from where?
From outside.
And do we see anybody? Or do we just hear them?
No. You just hear them.
So I'll tell Brugar, like...
Unless you guys go over to the window. Do you guys go over there?
I mean, do we hear the talking coming from there? Then yeah.
Yeah, it's coming from outside. From outside that window.
Okay, then yeah. I'll go over to the window.
Let's
kind of
listen.
Okay. Try and be quiet.
Audible, like enough to understand?
When you guys get close to the window, you can you can both see and hear them a little bit better. So what you see outside the window, you kind of see like it looks almost like a like you can see like the horizon kind of freakishly close, and stretching out in off the horizon, which again is not very far. Like you're almost like on a small, like a miniature planet, almost seems like. But you see, there's like a bunch of buildings stretching out as far as you can see, which again isn't super far. But yeah, it's almost like there's a little town out there. And the conversation, it looks like there's two people kind of standing, kind of just outside of it, several hundred feet away, so you can't hear. Like that's why you can't really make out what they're saying, but you can hear that they're talking, and they don't seem to notice you guys. But yeah, there's just some people kind of standing between two of the like over kind of underneath one of the buildings over there, and it looks like they're just talking to each other. And you see there's about a dozen people just ambling about. It looks like they're just doing normal like day-to-day activities.
So wait,
like
there's two people talking, then a whole bunch of other people just doing
there's
normal
a few other
day-to-day
there's a
stuff.
few other people just kind of like walking around. Looks like somebody's kind of like maybe somebody's like you see there are a couple kids out there, but they're not being as loud as last time.
Okay.
So it just looks like there's like a town out there basically.
Well, I say we go down and talk to them.
I ain't talking to the kids, at least not immediately, but if there's a town, I'm willing to check it out. So I keep all of my
Exactly,
weapons
no
and
spooky
stuff,
ghost
like...
children.
Sure. Okay. I keep all of my weapons and stuff sheathed and on my person, and I try to appear as, like, casual as possible, and heading for the town.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna take a 5-minute break
Same.
here for Secret to get back because it's pretty important stuff. Yep. So
Sure.
go ahead and get some water or whatever, and then we'll resume in 5 minutes.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm back.
All right. Everybody else back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sure.
Okay. So you guys go. Like you guys are on a second floor and there's no stairs down. How are you guys getting down? You guys just like jump down?
I'm gonna
Jump
fly.
through the window?
I mean, it's a window, though. We can't get through it without breaking it.
Oh.
Is there no other way to the outside?
Well, you could go down where there's that place where there's supposed to be a staircase. There's just no staircase. There's just an opening there. So I mean, that's like the easiest way to get down.
Okay, then we can go down there.
So
is it like
I mean,
a
it's
jump?
still it's just going from the second floor to a first floor. It's like 10 feet up. And it's probably fairly trivial to get down. Getting back up without like climbing the wall or somehow or flying or using a rope. It's probably like if it's easier to get down than it is to get up. All right, yeah. When you get down there, there's a door, like underneath that balcony you guys were just on, like a big double door that leads outside.
Okay.
And assuming you guys go there and go to that double door, it's not locked or anything.
All right, then Brewer's gonna open it.
Wait, double doors. Do we know what's on the
There's
other side
nothing
of these
like
double
behind
doors?
us or anything else in here, right?
Yeah, you know exactly what's on the other side of the double doors because you just you just looked out the window. It leads out to the city, a little town.
So
there's nothing behind us, right? It's just like a closed-off room.
Yeah, so this is a large room that, as far as you can tell, like it's like a like it's like an entryway basically, and like I said, it looks like there's supposed to be stairs that lead up to the top floor. For some reason, they're conspicuously not there. But yeah, on this floor, the only thing that's here is the door that leads out, presumably out to where you just looked out, like to the windows from the second floor, we're able to look out into.
Yep. So Brigar opens the door. We go out.
Yep,
Okay.
Hopefully
and
it's what we
I'm
just
gonna
saw.
be yeah. And if it looks like there's a town or something or a village, I'm gonna keep all my weapons sheathed and start heading towards the village, trying to act like
Okay.
it's a normal thing.
And
Gonna tell the
yeah,
you
others
step.
the two dragons
maybe
following
they'll
you
be
is
willing to
totally
talk to us.
normal.
So you guys step out into the building, and everyone there, like, there's about a dozen people kind of in this area, and they all kind of like stop, like, they're having a little, like, there's a little bit of chatter, and they all stop and like
Yeah.
they all kind of like look at you, and like kind of like this wide-eyed expression, and everybody just kind of like starts hurrying away.
I try to appeal to them and maybe put them at ease.
Okay.
I I give them a wave, and I
All
say
right.
to them, we are from out of we're from out of town, as you might have guessed. Just wanted to make your acquaintance. We're just adventurers, travelers.
And like some people kind of glance back at you, and you hear them kind of like say something, but you don't know what they're saying.
Does anybody else understand what they're saying?
Um, I don't think anybody does, but anybody who has a rank in linguistics could roll that.
I think I do. Do I? No, I don't. Never
I
mind.
don't think I do because I'm a war priest.
1 second here. Let me sorry, I was putting my food in the oven.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Do. Well, I have okay. So Voth has a rank and a Gorg might. So I'm a +1, but I got 2 ranks in it. And then Gorg. Gorg does not.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's not high enough to recognize what language it is.
Uh, hold on 1 second.
Maybe Offset does? Maybe?
Is it reptilian or draconic?
No.
Or Schwanti?
Nope.
Okay. And I don't think Gorg knows anything special. I'm pulling the mantis. Is it Elven?
Nope.
I'm gonna go down the list. Okay. Is it fire? Apparently, what? Oh, that's my
No.
subtype. Okay.
I was gonna say, I mean, there's Ignan. That's a language. But
Yeah.
It's not Ignan.
All right. Yeah, we don't know. Swath will look at
but
the
you
others
do
and say, what are
see-
they saying?
You do see that like there's a little kid that starts kind of moving towards you guys. Like everyone else is moving away, but there's a kid that starts walking towards you.
Oh. Should we run? No, I'm kidding.
Run away!
It's a kid. I don't like kids. Truth.
Brugar apparently doesn't.
I'm guessing we rested before I come here, so let me do that.
Yeah.
So everyone else is still moving away.
Yeah, except for this little kid. This little doofus kid's
The
coming
kid's coming towards us.
up. Yeah, there's a kid coming towards you.
He's
looks-
gonna be the hero.
He looks like he's got like stars in his eyes.
Oh,
He wants
shit.
to know more. He's curious.
Hmm.
I don't have a
Burger
way to
size.
understand them, so.
And he looks down questioningly at the child. He strokes through his beard, trying to think of something, but he just asks the kid, "I don't suppose you understand me, do ya?" And he'll ask him in Dwarven too.
Yeah, and the kid says something back to you that you don't understand. And about this point, like somebody else kind of is walking back towards you guys as well, and he's shouting at you, and he seems very angry.
For my kid.
I look down to the child and I put
That's
my
taste.
hands together with the palms like towards the kid, like trying to like gesture. All right, like run along.
Yeah. And this guy's. Did you lose audio? Oh no.
What's going on?
Secret might have lost audio? She said, "Oh no, did I lose audio?" and then hasn't said anything since. So it's a little suspicious.
I guess you could say adios
You
to the
fixed it?
audio.
We're good. Huh. Okay. Weird. All right. So yeah, this angry shouty man is like coming towards you, and I'm gonna pull you guys to a map.
Oh.
And it looks like he is going to try to cast a spell. So I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative. We'll see what happens here. It could go, it could turn into a combat. It could not, but
He's definitely casting comprehend languages.
oh yeah, definitely. You guys can rearrange yourself however you guys think you would be within like this area, but down here in the bottom half of the map. But
Oh my god, the kid is so innocent. The
yeah,
angry guy's so angry.
he's so angry.
Initiative.
It's definitely gonna make things harder, I think, considering that nobody has like language stuff.
It's not important. We'll just throw daggers at him.
Okay, I have. There it is. There's the turn tracker.
When in doubt, stab him. That's Raphael's philosophy.
That's yeah, the teachings of Gozray definitely.
No, it's not. But it's funny.
Oh no, I tried to modify a text field on Roll20. This I should have known. A wizard should know better, right? Alright, take me a minute. I'm gonna reboot Roll20 and oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, here we go. I guess I can manually roll some of these two initiatives here. Ooh, that's a pretty low roll. So as soon as I get in here, back in here, I can. Okay, there we go. You will join the game shortly. That's like the reason to buy a freaking pro subscription, so you don't have to see the loading screen.
Oh.
Oh, I have two of these guys? Whoops, there's only supposed to be one. I guess the one that's further back actually is probably more accurate though. That's probably better. Like he's walking he's coming up from pretty far away. And he doesn't look too happy. He looks like he's upset about something.
That's really far away.
Uh-huh. It looks like he's casting a spell. Like he wants to cast a spell. But
Uh-huh.
he rolled super low on his initiative, so you guys were all able to react quicker. Oh, and the kid acts on round initiative 0. He's not going to do anything. I'll say he gets to go first. You see this guy cast, like, he looks like he's probably going to cast a spell. Like, he's pulling out his... he hasn't actually started for purposes of initiative, like, because you're acting quicker than him. But what do you do?
This guy that's...
The guy at the
200
very
feet
top of
away?
the map. Yeah, he's really far away. Let me double check if I make sure I have this on Pathfinder math. Especially on these large maps, it's pretty important. Yes, I do. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's just out of my charge range. I don't have... I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat on Brugar.
Okay. So you cast that. It's a... Wait, is that a personal spell, or can you actually put that
Oh
on him?
shit, you're right. It's personal. Damn it! I did that again. It is personal. Fuck.
Okay.
Thought I had something good.
I mean, we don't necessarily know this guy means us any harm. He's just kind of yelling at us.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
I'm
You
just
have no
saying.
idea what he's saying. Nobody speaks the
Yeah,
language.
I don't
he's
I don't
speaking.
have anything to speak it.
I don't know what he's
used to,
doing.
but I got rid of it.
I assume he's
So,
upset at us only because...
I'm just gonna hold until he does something.
Okay. Holding your initiative for now. Then, Savath, do you do anything?
Yep.
So did I succeed at a spellcraft? 12.
He hasn't actually started casting yet because
okay, we beat
he
him.
went last in the initiative. So yeah, you guys beat
Gotcha.
him on the initiative. So you're able to react before him.
I'm going.
If you'd like, you could delay till after him.
And I'm gonna tell Gorg to delay as well.
Okay. Razel, do you do anything?
I will... Oh, boy. I'll take out, like, my holy symbol of God's Ray and, like, hold it up in my hand. It's, like, I don't know, on a chain on my neck or something. I'll hold it up and see if they recognize the symbol.
Are you sure?
Is there some reason why I wouldn't do that? Like something I'm being dumb about?
I'm just curious.
I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem like a super crazy thing unless I'm forgetting something or missing something.
You hold your symbol of Gosray aloft.
Yeah, I'll say, like, we mean no harm.
Alright.
They're not going to understand, but I'll say it in common.
Okay, and then Gorg's delaying. So he is going to go, and he, everyone can roll the spellcraft now. He is casting a spell now.
Like, what was I supposed to do? Like, kill him? Come on.
Can you just take the ones I already rolled, or?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
What did you roll for
I don't
spellcraft
know.
here? 30 and 20.
Gorg's.
He's just a
so
poor
let's
old
see.
man.
I think Gorg's is good enough to know what this spell is. Raziel knows as well. He is casting Wall of Stone.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he creates a massive wall of stone.
Between us and the kid?
Yes, it let's see here. How big exactly can he
that 10 feet wide?
Here? He makes a wall. It can make...
Oh, the walls can get pretty big.
Yeah. Let's see here. He can make it...
1 inch thick per 4 caster levels.
So he makes a wall. I think that's about right. Yeah. Makes a wall like that. And
So he's 13th caster level. I mean, what?
actually it's not quite that big because he's making it taller. So he makes it a little bit smaller than that, but yeah, he makes a wall about 10 feet tall and blocking between you guys. If I can freaking click this thing and move it, I need to zoom in more because I'm like zoomed way out, so it's like really tiny. All right, there we go. He makes a wall though, separating you guys. He's like, I got to protect the boy. Anyway, that's what he does. He casts Wall of Stone, and I guess I'll say Savath and Gord can take their turns now since they delayed.
I
You do it in any.
delay my action and I put my weapons away. I guess I don't delay. I
assumed you already had him out.
Yeah.
Or had him away, I mean.
Okay,
I know Brugar didn't have his weapons out.
That's fair, okay.
Yeah, we said we were walking to the town, weapons away.
I delay my action. If anything attacks, then I will act. Other than that, I'm gonna wait this out.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Gorg to do this.
Yeah, you guys actually can't see him from your current position either. Does anybody do anything here?
No.
I will.
Okay. It's not quite your turn yet, so.
Yep.
Brugar, do you do anything? Wall of stone just appeared in front of you, separating you and the boy.
He throws his hands up and rolls his eyes.
Okay. Raziel, what do you do?
I'm going to walk up to the edge of the wall and poke my head around.
Okay.
Like up here. And I'll be like, poke my head around and
peeking around,
hold my hands up. Yeah, and I'll like hold my hands up like outside the side of the wall, like, my hands are empty. I'm not, not a threat. Clearly, there's just some miscommunication here. That's all.
All right. You do that, and you're the only one that could see him then. When it's his turn, he begins casting another spell.
I'll try and spellcraft to know what he's casting.
Okay.
And if it's something bad, I'm gonna peek my head back behind the wall. Let's see. Please, not a 1. Okay, is that good enough?
That's still good enough, I think, to know. Well, what is it? 20 plus caster level, or is it
15?
I thought it was 15.
15. Okay, yeah, you know he's casting Dimension Door, and as soon as he finishes casting it, he is over next to the boy. And that's his turn. Anybody do anything? Everyone has a turn between him and his next turn. Okay.
No.
I'll wait for them.
I feel like we're missing our opportunity to talk, but maybe this is our opportunity to talk. I don't know.
I mean, we don't speak the same language. We can't talk.
Right. But if we don't act, we're like, this is diplomacy in a different fashion, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say.
And yeah, before he teleports also, he yells something again, but you don't understand it. But he sounds even more angry.
Why?
Nobody rolled a high enough linguistics to know what language it is.
Oh, I didn't roll.
And
you didn't say anything.
But yeah, if you got
a rank in linguistics, yeah, you can roll it. Okay. I'll say doesn't Like he doesn't know what language it is exactly, but he does know enough to say that it sounds similar to Aslanti. Like it might be like another language that's kind of related to it, perhaps.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody in this party speaks Aslanti, but
No.
Nope.
but yeah. So Raziel, what do you do?
I will
Round 3.
casually walk around to the other side of the wall and kind of stand here and just look at him, and still have my hands like up, like not like way up high, but just like up into my side. Like I mean no harm.
And he says something to you in Aslanti that you don't understand, or not Aslanti, but it's similar. He speaks in a language that Alcide has determined is related to it. But anyway, he says something you don't understand, and then he casts another spell.
And he dimension doors back.
You dimension doors away, yeah. And we're out of combat. A dim door somewhere up. There's still a wall of stone there that he pulled up from the ground. It's just there
fine.
now.
He can stay there.
And yeah, what do you guys do from here now? Everything's super quiet now. Everyone ran away.
I rub my beard
ourselves?
as I think.
I know where where he came from, at least the direction.
Oh, the town likely, but their initial reaction to us presents a problem. I fear that stepping into town is like they're not going to be happy with us even stepping foot into their village.
Did they react to you guys like this last time?
We didn't go see them last time.
Oh.
And yeah, exactly what Raziel said.
I guess now we know why, or it wasn't a mistake. They're not very welcoming.
Brugar says he looked more worried about us than angry.
Yeah, you guys can roll a sense motive as well to maybe determine something else about that as well. But
yep, I will as soon as I start my dishwasher, because it's Dishes Thursday.
It's Dishes Thursday, yeah.
I'm coming back. Still have a few more like hand wash dishes to do, but mostly done. Sense motive to see if his anger was really anger or more fear. Slash like being scared for the boy.
Okay, and yeah, Raziel, you think that Brugar's hunch on that is spot on there? That, yeah, it seemed like he was worried.
More fear, yeah.
It was a bit of fear in there, but you also pick up on something else as well. You think that he got that, like you pulling out the holy symbol actually like did make him seem a little bit more angry as well.
Oh, he probably thought I was
thinking about it
invoking a spell.
No. When you think about it, you're like, oh yeah. When you think about what the purpose of this place was, it makes sense that this, the original, like this whole place is all built around killing all the gods. So you pulled out a holy symbol of a god. There's a good chance if he did recognize it, he probably wasn't happy to see it.
That would make sense now that I think about it. I forgot that all these people are god killers. Okay. So
he definitely seemed
into my shirt.
He definitely seemed like he was maybe afraid of you guys.
I mean, we're pretty heavily armed. I wouldn't blame him. Even if we don't have our weapons
I scratch my head and say, well, no, there's something different about the way he acts, because We walk into Kaer Maga like this all the time, even.
Yeah, but they probably haven't
Formosa.
had visitors, and
But this is a place for
Ever.
god
That's what I'm
killers,
saying.
and he pulled out a holy symbol of a god. Like,
That's also
Yeah,
true.
but he was already freaked out before you guys even did that, though.
But yeah, like what Raziel said first is they probably haven't seen any outsiders for who knows how long, and
so if out of character, if you want to know the reason I pulled it out, or maybe I'll even share it in character. But I was hoping that they'd see the symbol and realize, like, oh, maybe they're here to help get rid of this demi-lich that's been haunting us forever.
oh yeah, I know that like out of character, I know that you meant well.
But it didn't come across that way.
Yeah,
to these
Raziel's not the
guys.
most intelligent person. He's not like.
That's why I was like asking, are you
unintelligent.
sure?
Yeah. No,
I don't think he's thinking this through all the way.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm a high intellect character. I have 11 in, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a year ago, and I mean, I don't even know if we fully realized that these people were even in support of the god killing, or if it was just the people who lived in like the cult.
Well, and who
rooms,
knows? That's the other thing
right?
too,
This
because
could
who
just
knows?
be innocent
Maybe
people bystanders.
even if they were originally, like these guys probably could
It's
have been
been
here for
hundreds of
generations.
years.
Yeah, this is generations from now. Like they might have none of their original beliefs from, from whenever the original people
That's
started
true.
there.
Yeah.
I asked the others, do we have any?
Yeah, I wasn't
means
assuming
of-
these people hated gods.
Anyway.
Do we have any means of breaching this language barrier?
No.
Or any of you able
Magic, clearly.
to prepare magic?
Perhaps if we offer them helpful magic, they'll see that we don't mean harm.
You didn't leave a spell slot open, did you, Zerdurian?
You know, I always forget you can do that.
I
no,
think
I didn't.
tongues is a level 4 spell for cleric, so you would have access to that if you have a level 4 slot open.
Perhaps we should spend the night here.
You know, I had a player like try to trump me once, and I'm like, I mean, I guess, but they like pulled out a piece of paper and started drawing. They're like, I have pen and parchment in my bag. I'm pull it out and I draw.
You could try doing that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in this situation it'll be a bit harder. But what they were doing, it was easy because they were trying to describe something. But
Yeah.
But I don't have.
No, I mean,
Pen.
a creative non-magical solution could work.
I guess we just.
But
We
yeah,
have to get to them without not getting attacked, I guess.
Yeah, but
That's what I
what
was
are we
saying. Is
gonna
like
do when we get
clearly
there?
they understand magic. At least that one guy does.
Why don't we like sit
Yeah,
the
he
warp
was
rest
casting
Rest of
some
them
out,
high
use
level
to
spells.
communicate.
and we'll go approach them without Zerdurium. Just at first, maybe.
I mean, Wall of Stone is a like 6th level spell or something, I think. Let me check. I know he's got it prepared, but let me check what level it was again.
Oh wait a second. Does this
It's a
work?
5th level spell.
Does what work?
You know that
I
he's
have
pretty
this
powerful to cast.
spell. I have this spell called Comprehend Languages.
Yeah. Well,
if you
can
have that,
hear
then
it,
you
but
would
can't speak it.
you'd understand, but you wouldn't be able to speak.
I wouldn't be
them.
able to
But you'd at
speak,
least,
sure.
But you'd at least be able to understand them.
Yeah, I forgot I had that prepared. First level spell. I don't look at those
Hmm.
often.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to have. If you
Yeah.
guys do continue into the city, that would probably be one you would want to have. It has a long duration too.
I looked at Brugar and I asked him what he thinks. I mean, I know why I came here, and I don't have any purpose with these people. They clearly are, scared of us, and I don't think we need them to do our job.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to know who they are and what they're doing here. But-
Agreed. If we camp here a day, I can cast a spell that will let me communicate with them.
Just feel like it's a waste of a day just not doing anything.
Oh yeah. Well, we can go further in and see if we can find anyone to talk to.
Is there anything around this town?
Well, like I said, the horizon's like really short. Like you're almost like on a mini planet. It seems like.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as you can see, it's just like more like lots of buildings and such. And there's like little like decorations and such. There's no vegetation, which is kind of a little discerning. Like you don't see
What
see
do they
any plants.
eat for sustenance?
Good question. But you good question. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't. And like it looks like the one that you guys just came out of is like taller. Like these are all these buildings are like they're all like 1-story buildings, except for the one you came out of, which is much taller.
Perhaps you don't
It's like
get
3
hungry on
stories
this
tall, but it
plane.
looks a little bit taller. Yeah, you guys haven't really ever been here that long. It's possible that there's some sort of magic in here that sustains people. Could be like the Rune Lords or the Rune Forges. Not that anybody in this party's been to the Rune Forge, but it had an effect like that. You also occurs to somebody in the party probably that if you decided to like rest here, that maybe somebody comes out and sees you guys out. Obviously, the word's going to spread to everyone else that's here that outsiders showed up.
Sure. Maybe the kid will come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the kid will get away from his protective guardian and try to like find you guys again.
Screw you, Dad. I want to go hang out with the cool kids.
Yeah. Screw you, Dad. I make my own choices.
The last thing I want to see is the child coming to find us. Who knows how upset the adults are gonna be.
We could always use it as a bargaining chip if it does.
I lift my eyebrow.
I mean, without hurting it.
Yeah, we'll be careful, I promise. Alright, so what do you guys do?
It's a good question.
I mean, I don't have a way to communicate with them, so all I can do is protect you guys when you do.
I say we explore around and see if we can find out more about them, and hopefully they don't attack us.
Let's go shopping. Maybe they won't discriminate against shoppers.
Yeah, maybe the merchants aren't as like they don't care. They're like, coin
Okay.
is coin.
If there's
Burger
merchants,
likes the idea to at least
it's not like they get
look
travelers.
around the settlement and see like what our barriers are, like our physical barriers, how big this place is, and what else is around the village.
Yeah, we'll walk around, and Gorig will hum a happy tune.
Okay.
Not too happy,
So,
but happy.
If you go to like the left and right, that kind of goes around, like circles around the building, and there's more streets that kind of like it almost feels like that's like a central point that everything kind of expands out, or at least initially that's what it looks like. And yeah, there's all these streets basically that go off away from it. These little much smaller buildings. They look like they're all in like pretty good shape. Like they all look like solidly built. Like they're not like they're made out of the same like kind of stone material. The same sort of it has the same sort of as the other demo plane, like that all the halls and whatnot had. This also has the same sort of kind of atmosphere to it, where there's kind of this weird, almost haze kind of hovering above the city, instead of like a normal skyline, which kind of gives it kind of a dreary feeling. Um, but as you guys are kind of walking around, you do see that there's like murals painted on some of these buildings that display like landscapes that look kind of like more like they look like they're maybe drawing like landscapes that could be seen in Galarian, perhaps. Like it might be artist depictions
Really?
of places in Galarian.
Anything
Yeah.
is there anything that particularly stands out that we would know about?
Can roll knowledge history or knowledge geography to try to pick something out, but nothing immediately stands out like it's super obvious.
It's not a roll for me then.
Gorg will help out with that.
Yeah, you're seeing there's like, there's ones of like mountains and ones of like, sprawling plains.
Is it one or the other?
Sorry, what was the roll
Geography and
for the mural?
Yeah, you can roll either one.
Okay.
geography.
I don't think I have
Whichever
anything
your best
'cause
is.
I'm a war priest.
Or history, whichever your best is.
Let's do
Yeah.
geography.
I'm a war priest. What do I get? 4 per level?
Ugh. What is Savath now?
Yeah, 4 per level.
What for your skill ranks?
Ooh, Savath
Yep.
might know things. Let me check her.
Yeah, Savath maybe recognizes one or two of them. Like, there's one that looks like she's like, I think that's the that's the Storable Plateau.
Oh,
But
okay.
but other than that, like, it doesn't look like there's really. It all looks like it's like landscapes. Like, there's not like depictions of like cities or groups of like people or armies or anything. It's just like it's like almost like they were trying to bring Galarian to them. Like maybe they missed it. And you guys can all roll perception as well as you guys are kind of exploring.
Huh. Well, I point that out to everybody, but I don't know what to make of it.
Oh, baby.
All right. Razzie will definitely see some of the buildings. That there's people inside some of them that are like looking at you guys, but they're not coming out. Like you see someone like looking at you through one of the like outside of like one of the windows or whatever, or like inside of it rather. No, like when he thinks he thinks he spots you, notice like looking at him, he like hides again.
He folds his arms and turns his back towards the building, and he grumps about and says, "I don't like being treated like a godforsaken boogeyman."
Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to perform?
Put on like a street performance.
I mean, it works in the movies. I mean, it works in Galarian.
It works in the Bard's Tales.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can't, I mean, I am a little gruff sometimes around the edges, but I do have a knack for telling stories.
Yeah, we can try being likable.
They might not be able to understand my words, but maybe they'll pick up on my body language.
Maybe. Alright. Let's perform. Near the window.
Okay.
I mean, this is what Gorg and
Alright,
Savath
you
do
begin-
when they want to be likable.
Yeah, you guys begin doing like a song?
Is
Is that your performances?
Gorg is, yeah, he's gonna sing in Draconic, but he's gonna sing a nice song, not a scary one, because Draconic can sound kind of scary. Um, he doesn't have oral perform, so it's just going to be his charisma. Because he
Okay.
can't do comedy because it's not going to translate. Yeah. And then Savath is going to dance.
That was also
Just dance.
also technically an option as well. You guys could have maybe tried going through other languages to see if there was like a different one that guy spoke.
Well, they're all hiding now, so.
Yes, they are right now.
Savath starts dancing to Gorg's song. You guys can do what you want. But this is what we're gonna do.
I'll watch.
All right, and while that's happening, Raziel hears a little voice whispering into it. Sounds like it's coming into his ear,
Oh.
but if he looks around,
dear.
there's no one there,
Oh.
Oh no.
and he can actually understand it. It's saying it tells him. It says, "Meet me back in the
meeting.
main sanctum."
Do we know where
Does
that
it
is?
sound like Patriarch's voice?
No, it does not. It definitely does not sound like Patriarch's voice. It
Wait,
sounds...
main sanctum, that's like talking about the room with the big portal or not? Or the room we came into?
You think probably where you, like the building
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
that you teleported
Because
to.
they probably couldn't tell me things in my ear if they're not on this plane.
Yeah, you think it probably might be a message spell, a cantrip message.
Okay.
So whoever's doing it's probably nearby.
I'll tell Brugar that I'm hearing voices in my head, but I think it's just a person using a spell to communicate, and they said to go back to that main like building we came from,
When?
like just now.
All right. Well, he drops what he's doing in a heartbeat and waves a hand at everybody. All right, let's go.
Stop
Oh.
the dancing
Okay.
and singing or whatever.
Gorg and Savath both bow to the crowd on looking in the window, and then we leave.
Okay. You guys head back to where you came from? The main sanctum?
Yep. So I got like halfway
Okay.
through their song thing, and then I stop them. Feels
Okay.
bad.
And when you do, there's a person waiting inside. Like you guys go through the double door, and he's standing in there. He looks like this. It's this old looking dude. And he
Wait, is
raises
this the
his
guy
hands
we're
up.
supposed to find for Patriarch?
Good question, and I'm glad you asked. He raises his hands up and says, and you can understand him, but you could tell that you can only understand him. Like he's not speaking the same language. You think he's using some sort of magical assistance. Like the sound that comes out that you hear is not matching what it looks like he's saying. But he says, "I mean you no harm."
All right.
That's
well,
good
to
to
get that out
know.
of the way.
We mean no
Same
harm
from
to
us.
you as well. Yeah.
And he says, "I apologize for my compatriots here, how they reacted, but we haven't seen outsiders for quite some time, and in fact, most of us believed that there were no more outsiders."
Well, of course they're outsiders. You're on a plane.
And he says, I have many questions, and I'm sure you have many questions as well. I'll let you go first.
Who are you?
My name is Olhas.
Olas?
Olhas.
Olhas.
But the person we were supposed to find for Patriarch was like A something.
Is Aradel with an E, is who you're looking for.
Oh,
So
E.
He's at least saying
pretty
the
close.
name he's giving you does not match who you're looking for.
Yeah, okay. Can't be him then.
But yeah,
I tell him
yes.
I'm Raziel, and I motion to the others to introduce themselves.
Yeah, I give him my name.
Yes, and we introduce
Okay.
ourselves.
He nods. He says, "Me and my people have been here for generations. Um, and like I said, we didn't think there was any more outside world. We haven't had visitors in any of our history.
There certainly is. There's a lot of planes out there, a lot of possibilities. There are people out there.
But judging from all the murals around your town, you haven't always been here. You remember back from where you came from, right?
Well, it's very muddied. It's these are memories that have been passed down generations.
You don't write
But
books?
well, we have books as well, but nobody that is here now remembers those days.
Oh.
I say no elves or dwarves. No one long lived enough to remember firsthand.
No, uh, none of whatever you just talked about. I don't know what you're talking about. But
Do you oh, okay.
we, as far as I was always led to believe growing up, the gods destroyed the world we came from,
No?
or at least that's what we think happened.
No, that's not what happened.
So you're saying there is an outside world.
There's many
Yeah, we
outside
come from
worlds.
there.
And he looks like kind of shaken by this a little bit, but he says that's great news actually.
Why?
I say
Why is that great
aloud,
news?
okay, well hold on. Let's not excite the old man too much. But yeah, I motioned back to Olhas, and
Hmm.
I, like Savath, I think was gonna ask him, could you tell us what your records say about how you came here? Why did you come here?
Right. Well, the original purpose, I believe, that our ancestors were here for was to fight off the oppression of the gods, to no longer be pawns of them, no longer have to be forced to dance to their whims. And uh, the founder created this sanctum for us to live in, and supposedly there was going to be a great showdown where would overthrow them and reclaim our world. But the legends say that when he went out and had some sort of confrontation with them and never returned, was assumed that when nobody ever came and we were never able to get back, that the world was destroyed.
And maybe maybe I didn't hear or I misunderstood, but this person who went out to, as you say, do battle with them. What was their name?
Yes, uh, the founder is all that I know him as.
But he was a man like you.
Yes, he was like us. He had a
I
great ally as well.
I can tell you that no man can defeat the gods. They are much too powerful.
I slap Raziel.
This seems to be the case because, as I said, the founder, we believe that he was lured in and killed by the gods.
That is true. When gods know the past, present, and future, they can manipulate you, and they know what will happen, and they can prepare. There's nothing you can do to get around it.
I sigh and I tell Raziel, not even a little bit of sympathy for the people here who have been living an ostracized life.
Oh, I'm sorry for the
I mean,
people,
can we
but
just
any
show
man who
them the
thinks they
gate?
can take out the gods is doomed to fail.
Well, that's the thing. The one you guys go through to get here was one way. So the only other gates you guys have found in this part of the demiplane
Uh-huh.
is in the top floor with the demi-lich. So
Right, okay.
you could be like, hey, come with us. But yeah, come with us. We'll show you these gates that are up
Can
here by
you
this demi-lich.
donate 2 of
Don't
your
touch 'em.
strongest warriors to come with us? No, I'm kidding.
You could try that too.
You first! Ha ha ha.
I'll ask him if he knows what creature is in the tower thing.
Yes,
like
at the
a
top of the
tower,
tower is a terrifying creature that has killed anyone that's gone there. We haven't been there for generations, but well, no, that's not true.
We have.
There was a group that went up there when I was a kid, but only one of them returned. He went up there. There was a group of 4 that went there, and 3 of them died, and the other one managed to run away.
Do you know who
But
they
everyone's-
were? Were they from your city, from your village?
Yes, I mean everyone is.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, he's since died, but he was older than I am, you see, and I am myself fairly old. But this is great news if what you say is true and that the world outside is still there, then perhaps there's some hope, because they don't like to admit it, but our days here, I think, are numbered.
What seems to be
Why do you
the
say that?
problem? You've lasted so long.
Yes, but the founder left us with this some sort of contraption that makes food for us. Apparently, in the old days, people used to food was just something you found. Like the world created the food for you, but the food that's created here is created by magic. That was the same sort of magic that created this place. But some of them have been the magic that's supposed to create that powers them. It seems to be failing, and I'm worried that I don't know if it'll happen in my lifetime or even the next lifetime, but I'm worried that eventually they will all fail and there won't be any more food.
Oh.
Perhaps I can help.
Well, yes,
I
but
do know a thing or two about magic.
we think that, I mean, if there is actually a way to get to the outside world, then I from what records we have from people that had gone up there before, the top of the sanctum has ways out of here. But I mean, I just assumed they wouldn't work if there was no world outside. But if there is a world outside, then perhaps if we can get to those, somehow get past the monstrosity. He looks at you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are powerful travelers, right? Could you take care of it for us?
Absolutely.
Could you rescue my people?
Yes. However, our lives
There is something you
are
need
in
to know
danger.
before you rejoin the outside world.
Well, yes, I'd like to know I'd like to know everything about the outside world.
They, for the most part, trust the gods and love the gods even. Do you think you can fit in with those people? Or do you still harbor hatred from the old ways?
Well, I don't personally follow the old ways, but a lot of the people here still do.
That's something that will cause conflict with the outside world if you are to escape.
If nothing else, I'd like to get out there and find a way to, even if they want to stay here, find a way to ensure that they
I'm
can
not going to
survive
deny
here long
this man
term.
and his people their freedom.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm just saying.
How
Then-
they interact with everyone else in the world is up to them. But
So,
I ask him, you don't happen to know anyone by the name of uh fuck, what was it? The guy the dragon
Aerodel.
wants us to find. Aerodel.
Aerodel?
Yeah.
He shakes his head, says, I've never heard that name before.
No. What about Patriarch?
Um, he says that one sounds familiar. I believe he was the Founder's ally
Okay.
that helped him in his fight against the gods.
I'm pretty sure the founder is this Aerodel.
Shh, shh. I slap him again.
What? I don't know why you're trying to be so secret. Like, come on.
I bend his ear like very, very closely and whisper as lightly as I can. I don't think they want to hear that their founder is also the thing, like terrorizing
I'm not
them
gonna
in the
tell
tower.
him that.
also,
Oh, you have nothing to worry about.
Also, keep
We
in
don't know
mind
anything.
that we can scry on things, which also means things can scry on us. So, limited information
Yeah.
is also good in that sense, especially in the sense of a magical world.
He looks at you guys and says, So tell me, what's the sun like? I've heard about this. Many of our murals have it.
Savath
It's
looks up
big,
to the
it's
sky.
bright, and
She's
it
like,
honestly
"Oh,
hurts to
yeah.
look at.
There is no sun here, huh?
Yeah, there isn't. There's just like a weird mist kind of above there, and there's kind
I
of
Yeah.
tell him
weird
that it's
ambient
good for
light.
growing crops.
Oh, that's true. It is good for that. Plants like
Crops.
That's what makes food grow on our world is the
Yes,
sun.
the food that the world creates for you.
the sun. Oh.
I will definitely admit that even with the mindset of the old ways, the gods have truly created something wonderful in this world. It sounds. I hope to see it before I die. It's my last day of before I retire, though. Okay, no. Sorry. That's kind of
There,
a death flag.
Is there anything else you can tell us about the tower, or any I don't know, insights about it or its inhabitant?
Oh, only that
We do
he's
mean to destroy it.
it's truly terrorizing, but it seems like unless you go up there, like it never ventures out. There's been periods of time, like like I said, when I was a kid, there was a group that went up there, but that hasn't happened since. Nobody's been up there, at least not that I've known about. And I'm pretty sure we would know if somebody went up there. Everyone knows everyone here. It's not a very big community.
Yeah. Okay.
We believe that it was some sort of abomination created by the gods, but I don't know how it got there. Perhaps it snuck in through the portal or something when the founder left. Maybe it's what killed the founder.
It could be. It's quite dangerous.
Well, the troublesome thing about magic, my old friend, is that with magic, you ain't gotta explain shit.
Well,
Magic
yeah,
is
but
the
usually,
explanation.
I am a I've studied magic my whole life, and most of the time it makes sense, but this thing definitely doesn't.
Then it's supernatural.
It's like I said, I'm pretty sure it's some sort of abomination from the gods.
Where is this?
It's at the top of the tower.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
the Lich. Okay.
Shit,
Yeah.
shit. I give Savath like a nudge on her. No, I put my fist like on her shoulder.
What?
Says, well, whatever you call it, it's terrifying.
I haven't seen it yet, but that's what they keep telling me.
And I might be able to. I don't know that I can go with you. I think my people would need me even if you were to kill it. But I might be able to give you some sort of help. Perhaps I could cast some spells to help you with the fight beforehand. Some things to make you stronger.
That would be much appreciated, actually.
I tell him, if you have the means to aid us without actually stepping foot in the same room as the creature, yes, but
Yes.
we know from we know that it is incredibly dangerous to even like look at.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I look to the others. It seems that fate is pulling us towards the monster. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm trained to fight.
Okay. I'm not trained to fight, but I fight.
So I think that there's little reason for us to not embrace destiny here.
Destiny, you say?
Uh-oh, Ron disappeared.
Yelp.
Yep, rip. He's not trained to fight.
I am not trained to use Ron's character sheet. That's the real issue. Well, he's gonna keep talking for a little bit longer, I guess, and maybe Ron will rejoin us.
Okay.
But yeah, he says he can. He says I can cast some spells to help you out.
We'll take the help if you're willing to provide it, so long as you keep yourself safe and your head down. We know how dangerous this thing is. And I'm not joking when I say that being in the same room as it is
Yeah.
already too much.
He says, unfortunately, I think I have a spell, but I can only cast it on 2 of you. It's a spell that will protect you from its draining effects.
Oh.
Like I said, I'll take that assistance just as long as you stay
Well,
safe.
who do you want me to cast it on?
I pull out my hammer and I tell him that I have to get in close and personal with it. So
okay. So he begins casting a spell, and it takes him a long time to do it.
I'll spellcraft.
Like it takes him like 6 rounds to cast it, but as he's casting, you recognize that he's casting Death Ward. And he casts Death Ward on Brugar.
Wait, why did it take him that long to cast it?
You're not sure. You know that well, one thing you know is that Death Ward is normally like not something arcane. Right? Death Ward's normally like
right.
Like normally a cleric spell.
Oh, so why can he?
But he's casting it. He's casting it, yeah. So the fact that he's even casting it at all is actually kind of strange. Is Ron having connection issues or headset issues or what's going on?
I would assume so.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm glad he's here at least. Hopefully he gets that sorted out.
Maybe.
So yeah, he casts Death Ward. It takes him like 6 rounds to cast it, but he does do it.
Okay.
Or it takes him 5 rounds to do it. And then he asks who else he can do one more of those. Like who else wants a Death Ward?
Probably Savath also has to get up close.
and he's casting this at caster level 12.
Yeah, don't worry. I got more where that came from.
Which I don't
I
know
told the
that
party.
matters too much, except for duration. I guess it's gonna last for 12 minutes.
Who cast Bear's Endurance on me like a few fights ago? Does anyone remember?
Nope.
I believe it was Ause.
Okay. I'd like that
Yeah, I
again
did.
if possible.
Hey,
Sure.
Ron's back. Oh, you're only a
I've
little
been
robot-y,
crashing my
not too bad.
computer.
Oh, not your internet?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, he can cast it on Savath. He can cast it on Ause as well. That might be an option. He can cast it on Ause's familiar. Eidolon, I guess.
I don't mind. I mean, Savath
Okay.
is
Put it on
obviously going to be
Savath.
up front, but I
He'll
don't.
put Death Ward on Savath.
Okay.
It's fine. I got more.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that
I'll
Raziel has
tell
some
the
Death
party
Ward
I can
scrolls
offer
as well.
similar protection.
Okay. But he tells you that this spell's only gonna last for, about 15 minutes, so you probably are gonna have to. He's assuming you guys are gonna go fight it right now.
Yeah, sure, why not?
If you're not, you can cast them again tomorrow. But
No, yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
so yeah, Death Ward gives you +4 morale bonus on saves against death spells and magical death effects. So it doesn't stack with. I think heroism is morale, so it doesn't stack with heroism. But it also makes you immune to energy drain and any negative energy effects. So does not remove negative levels, but it does
getting
remove the
some water, I'll
penalties
be
from
right
negative
back.
levels, and then it makes you immune to them. So for the duration of it.
Yep.
So anybody gonna cast any other buffs? I guess I'm assuming you guys are gonna. He's gonna
I will
go
once
with you
we get
guys.
to the tower.
Yeah, he'll go with you guys to the tower. But he says he's not gonna go into the room with you guys.
So,
Okay.
can we get there before
there anything else
12
you
minutes,
have, or is
is
that
he
it?
gonna put the stuff on us
Yeah.
when we get closer there?
Maybe he waits till you guys get closer then.
Okay, then I'm gonna
I
put
think
some
that's fine
spells
too,
on
but-
when we're ready to do 10-minute spells.
Yeah. So you guys, he
Hello, we're with
he
12
helps you
minutes.
guys get up back up on that balcony. Maybe if you guys have like a rope, he can just fly up there and put it there for you, so you guys can climb up there, or anybody that can't fly at least. But yeah, and then he'll go with you guys around the hallway to like the spiral stairs that lead up to the top floor there, and he'll wait at the bottom of the stairs basically. But yeah, he'll cast the death wards there.
Okay, I'm gonna cast
Yeah,
mirror image.
it takes him 5 rounds to cast it, so it takes him a full minute just to cast 2 death wards. But that gives you lots of time to cast your own buffs.
3 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 12.
I
right?
will
So
cast Death Ward much faster than him on myself and on Alce.
7 Savas.
So everybody has death ward except for
And-
Alsace's familiar or Eidolon. I mean,
Well, what about the other one?
Gorig.
I'm gonna cast
Gorig as well.
Bull Strength on myself.
Yeah, you do know that the Whale of Banshee at least has a range of like 20 feet. So if you stay far away from that one, at least you don't get hit by that. But you do know that it has like this kind of soul absorption ability it can do that is
I'll cast
a bit
on Gorig
further
as
range.
well.
So you want to be that's a single target ability, so you want to be careful about that.
Alright. Cast a third Death Ward on Gorig. So everyone except for Alce's Eidolon has it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah. That was 3 out of 3 fourth level spells.
Mm-hmm.
It has fear effects, right?
I don't think it does.
I don't think we
actually.
know that.
Why
It
wouldn't
didn't
we know?
use
We
any fear
identified
effects
it
last time.
and researched it, didn't we?
Well, let me rephrase that. I don't think
Yeah.
we learned about that with all the research we did, so
Oh,
it
okay.
probably doesn't.
You didn't
Okay.
learn about any sort of fear effects that it has. So if it does have one, yeah, you guys don't know about it. But you don't think it has one.
Okay, then I'm
Only if it was the
not
special
gonna worry
kind
about
that got to keep its spell casting.
Oh yeah, if it's the
But
kind
we
of
don't think it's
spellcasting has like
that.
everything, but it doesn't.
Gorg is
yeah.
gonna cast message with Savath so that they can communicate.
If it really is Aerodel and it was Aerodel with Aerodel spellcasting and was your enemy, you guys would probably be in a bit of trouble, considering that the type of spellcaster could make a demiplane like this is probably like above your pay grade.
Like
Uh,
18th, 19th, 20th level.
You know what?
Yes, probably.
I'm
and it'd probably be like
gonna.
it'd be like fighting Pedriarch, probably.
That's easy.
Wait, this is 1 minute
No,
per
you guys would get
level?
you
I
guys
mean,
would
like,
get
yeah,
stomped
when-
so hard by Pedriarch.
A lich that is really powerful, or necromancer is really powerful, becoming a demi-lich can sometimes downgrade them.
Yeah, if they don't become the type that keep their spellcasting ability, it generally is a downgrade for them.
Yeah, but even like even like an average lich, like a demi-lich is still pretty damn powerful compared to
Yeah.
a normal one.
I cast.
So this might be an example where
dragon form of the dragon.
Okay.
So I'm now a young. white
Brigar
dragon.
has a nice. Brigar has a potion of enlarged person in one of his hands and his warhammer in his other hand, and he doesn't mean to actually draw his shield in this fight since he doesn't think that it's gonna really be trying to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell Gorg to stay in the back, so he's gonna be last in line.
Okay. Let me double check here. So the he says he also has he says some Brugar said he was going to be going in. Well, he asked if he wants to put it on him, but he has a protection from energy spell he has prepared that he can do protection from energy sonic.
Sonic.
Sanic.
Which will
Yeah.
work versus the Banshee effect. So he asked who we should cast it on.
I'll take it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brigar here.
Puts it on Brugar.
Only one though?
He only has one prepared. It's caster level 12, so you get 120 points of like a shield of 120 points for
My fortitude
Sonic.
save is at 18 right now. What's Savath's?
18 plus potential
Okay, so
bonuses.
it's the same. All right, then he'll take it.
So you have 120 point, which is actually the max at level 10.
Oh, it's
but,
protection.
Yeah, you have 100 protection, not resist. Yeah,
Oh,
and that one says you can have Sonic. So, but yeah, it's the one where it's gonna work for one. Basically, it would absorb one Wail of the Banshee if you fail to save, and then it would be gone. Yeah. And yeah, he says that's about all I got.
well, we thank him, and I say, well, with your help, we should be coming back out of this victorious.
And I'm gonna pull you guys to the map for the Aerodale map, which you've been on before. Now, keep in mind, this thing is not currently doing anything. I have him on the map because you know he's there, but he's just sitting there, and there's a pile of bones, basically like a in the chair, kind of behind that desk, and that's where he's at.
I cast haste on the
These right
party.
here. Okay. These right here are like little deactivated portals. These are a bunch of like kind of little pedestals with like things on them. And these are bookshelves.
Well, wait. Now that he's, I'll let you finish.
I'm just kind of describing what's going on here, like the room. If you remember
Okay,
last time,
yeah.
you guys kind of walked over the desk, and as soon as you tried touching something on the desk, that's when it
God,
woke
that
up
thing's
and
icon
Yeah.
is freaky.
I'm gonna
started
tell the
attacking
party.
you guys. So
You mentioned that when you touch things, it activates. So when you're ready to touch things, let me cast haste first.
yeah, I mean, you guys know it's
I
there
think
too.
we're
You could
ready, just-
instead of touching things, you could touch it.
Well, position in the room. I'm sure we.
But
wanna...
yes, position yourselves however you want, because as soon
Yeah.
as it's gonna let you do that. It doesn't care that you're here, so you
Yeah.
can put yourselves wherever you want on the
just
map.
Don't be too grouped up, or else it'll kill us all. That's what happened last time. I'll be back here.
That's a terrible position.
Yeah, and then like I said, one of these has looks like there's like an explosion that happened on it. One of the and there's other like remain like bodies basically kind of over, especially up in this area.
Well, you're not
but
gonna get haste if you're.
they're
over
all
there.
like decayed. They're all just.
Oh no, you haste first.
No,
And then we
haste is
go.
rounds, and so.
You could cast haste and then move and then have like one less round.
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna
way.
be with the group, and then we'll have one round where I move here, and then
Nope.
one round where someone goes
I'm
and
way
then
not-
up.
activate it.
I'm gonna stand next to the thing, and I'm gonna get ready to activate it. And if you're not within my range, you don't get the haste.
Yeah, I'm within your range. I'm okay. Do you want me to go put my character here? I'm here. I'm in range.
I mean, we're gonna have to roll
And
initiative.
as soon as you cast it, I'm gonna peace.
You could cast it before you roll initiative.
I guess I'll
and-
just tick one round off my haste then, if that's what you're saying, Pluto.
Yeah, like I'm saying, you
Okay.
could just cast it and then have somebody and then have them do something to activate it the round right after.
The next, yeah.
And yeah, I
That's
mean, you
fine.
Bruger
guys,
has bear's
you guys
endurance.
can
You heard me say
effectively.
that, right?
I
At
didn't
the
hear you say.
beginning when
What did you say?
asked. Bruger asked for bear's endurance.
Oh,
Making
okay,
sure
yeah.
you
We didn't
guys-
hear
I
that.
think he heard that. I think he heard
Okay,
that.
I didn't
just
hear
making
that.
sure you heard it.
Thank you.
Um,
Okay, Gorg's
gives
also
me a
gonna
lot more
start
HP.
his performance on that same round that I cast
Yep.
haste.
And also, you guys can effectively take like a surprise round here if you'd like. Before we roll.
I'll cast
initiative.
divine favor on myself
I-
on the haste round.
Well, I guess I'm
I
touching
drink
an
my
item.
enlarged person potion.
Okay. That has a duration of a few minutes, so
Let's see, I'm not
or like
raging.
1 minute at
Let me
least.
turn these things off.
I'm going to I'm going to cast see invisibility on myself. I don't know.
that's a long duration, so you could have done that before you came up here. It's like 10 minutes per level.
Okay. I look to the others. I'm ready to basically smack this thing.
Okay.
Yep, you cast haste, and I go back 60 feet or whatever.
I
Really far back.
Your form of the
Touch my-
dragon, did that made you a medium dragon? So your token didn't change, right?
yeah, my tokens. Yeah, I'm no longer small. I'm medium now.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna be adjacent to the whatever I can touch. So I guess I'll be up here.
Is that what you're gonna do for your surprise round? Is just touch something?
Well, that's what we know activates it. So I guess
I'm just gonna hit it.
Yeah, because you could just hit it. Is what I'm saying. Probably
Oh.
like
well then.
if that
in
doesn't
case-
activate it, then like. So
don't know what that-
I'm gathering that Raziel wants to use that surprise round basically to move away. That's fine.
Yeah. I do not want a whale. Like, I know what saved me last time was being not next to it when it woke up.
Sure, we can.
Uh huh.
That's the
set
only
up a
reason I lived.
flank and surprise.
I mean, we could try and one-shot it, like 3, 2, 1, go, like, but that's
Yeah.
scary.
You could try to. It's
Okay.
You know it has a ton
So
of
let me turn
DR,
on
so it's
flank.
probably pretty difficult to have it work. But unless you had like vorpal weapons or something, but
Mhm.
I don't think anybody in this party has a vorpal weapon.
I guess I'll start
No.
raging. as well.
Okay.
That's what, free, right?
Yeah, raging's free.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
what you guys could do is you and Brugar could like lock eyes and be like, 3, 2, 1, and then hit it at the
Yeah.
same time, basically.
Wait, is raging even cheap?
Does Rezael
And
want
because
to
of
be
its
big?
torpor, it basically
No, I don't
doesn't
wanna be
care
big.
at all about you guys. So it's not going to react until something
It's
happens.
just sleeping.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna be over here. Damn it, I'm gonna regret this later. I'll be here.
Are we ready?
So I'm
As long
going
as
to
I can see it
get.
through the pedestal.
I'm going to
Yeah.
fly up on my Eidolon up in the air, probably like 30 feet.
I
Okay.
guess we can
Okay.
go for
If
a
the
The ceiling
ceiling's
isn't
that
that high
high.
up. It's only like 20 feet high. But
Okay, 20 feet.
yeah,
Alright.
you're right up against the ceiling.
bite,
Do you
power
do
attack,
something
out
on your
loud.
attack?
raging, hasted,
I'm
bird.
gonna dive
inspired.
bomb it with them.
I got a
Okay,
lot
that's part of
going.
a surprise round. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I'll
I
cast
have
a
some
spell,
bonus.
if that's okay.
I gotta make sure I have my buffs on.
I don't get a bonus
Yeah,
to
casting
hit
a
this
spell is
thing,
fine.
do I?
Oh,
With
I
the
made the
death-
mistake of
no.
opening my character sheet
Oh no!
and
It's a
changing
disaster.
the button.
Okay. The bite has the most damage, so I'm gonna do bite.
Okay.
Are we going in any particular order, or just put your surprise
This is
round
the
action?
Was that
surprise
haste?
round, so just put your surprise
Was that
round
haste
action.
on the party?
Yes, the
Yeah.
haste is on the party.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have anything set up on this, but that's what I'm doing.
I like how it has spell failure chance built in for some
All right.
reason.
Good luck.
It's just I
don't know
typed
why,
shatter
yeah.
and called it good.
Yeah.
That's all I did. So
Okay. Savath, did you roll damage as well?
Mm.
I guess maybe you didn't because you're not sure if that hit, but it
Yeah,
it does it does
okay.
hit. And Housely does a flyby attack.
I'm gonna put the damage in there and recast it just for ease.
Okay.
Oof.
Does it do something different though for like? Because I know is it different damage or something for
Not this one.
the shadow on here? No, I'm wondering if it does for shatter because I know it has
Oh, gotcha.
different.
That's
Ability.
sonic damage. If that's what you mean.
Shatter deals 1d6 points of damage per 2 caster levels to a maximum of 10d6 with no saving throw. Is how this works.
That's
First,
not
it
the
works
shatter I'm
differently.
looking at.
Correct, that's what I'm saying. It works differently, specifically against the Demi-Lich. It has like some
Yeah,
things
you
like
want me
that.
to put that
Dispel
text
Evil,
in
for
here?
example, just does damage with no saving throw.
No, this thing has crazy DR, so I know that.
Oh, wait, that's the targets a crystalline creature. That part.
Yeah, so this is sort of working like that effect, but it's not quite as powerful because it's only doing 1d6 per 2 caster levels instead. So your caster
Right.
level, are you caster level 12 right now or 11?
Yeah.
12, I think.
I'm 12.
So it's going to just do 66 no save. It just
Okay,
does a flat
that's,
66. No save. You don't
got
have to worry
it.
about caster level checks. It just flat out does 66 every time you cast it.
Let me just put that in here because I'm never gonna use this on anything else.
Yeah, this is the most effective way to damage these things too, apart from using like a
There you
mortal
go.
weapon.
Damage.
Okay, so it
That's a lot of
rolled super
one.
low. Yeah, it's super low, but so it takes some damage from the shatter. There's nothing like the full damage that you just rolled there goes through. And then let's see, Savath bites it and like does a little bit of damage to it.
Yeah.
But not very much. Brugar hits it, but his hammer kind of just bounces off it and doesn't really do anything. Alice actually hits it with a really, really powerful strike here, though, because he's just got absurdly high damage. So he actually does hurt it pretty significantly. Like the parts of bone just shatter off the skull. And everyone can roll initiative.
And it's gonna wail and kill everyone over there. Just by
It
the
could.
way.
It could. I think it's a lot less likely to happen this time, though, because you guys have you guys have like some good stuff versus this. You guys
We'll
have the
see.
+4 bonus versus it as well.
I'm not as
And-
confident in the +4 as you are.
I mean, also these characters have good fort saves in general. Like I'm pretty sure, except for I say Eidolon maybe. I gotta do some math here. Let's see.
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, yeah. This thing is definitely evil, so that 10 bonus versus evil does happen. From Ause's Lance.
That's pretty good.
It actually looks pretty badly damaged by that. But let's see. Everybody's got one except I haven't rolled its initiative yet.
Roll
Should I
low,
roll it?
roll low.
In roll 20. I'll roll in roll 20 in the open.
Yes, just for the trust.
All right, I rolled pretty low.
Wait, it's still higher than me. Dang it. But you guys get to go again.
Oh, I need to add a round tracker as well. All right. Savoth gets to go again first. So it looks like it's like the skull floats up, and it looks like it's about to do something. But you get to go before it.
Okay, unfortunately, I didn't actually like think about that, but I know what I'm gonna do. I just didn't prepare myself for that. Let me just double check if there's anything else I wanted to do. So, okay. Well. Oh, I gotta use my rounds. So burn that. I guess I could have tried to just breath weaponed it earlier, but oh. Okay, we're gonna start with the bite attack.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. That's the damage.
Okay. You do some damage. Again, doesn't look like very much goes through,
Okay.
but it does hurt.
This is a claw.
That hits.
Claw. Let's see.
Yep, that also hits.
That's damage for both the claw. And then, oops.
Okay. It looks like neither of the claw attacks managed to do anything to it.
Yeah. I'm still gonna do it for the sentiment. Wing. Wing.
Hey, you could crit. It's not immune to crits. The wing hits.
Yeah. Okay. That's my
One of them hits at least.
turn.
That's your turn. Okay. Brugar, it's your turn now. Did you
I'll
drink that
take a
potion of
full round
enlarged
attack.
person already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let me make your token bigger.
Yeah. My attack rolls and stuff
Oh,
were
that means
including
Alcide
that
is
anyway.
flanking now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say he'll be flanking on his turn. I'll say probably isn't going to do as much damage because he can't charge this round, though.
Yeah, I can't charge.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just gonna full round it.
Wow. Okay.
Here come 3 attacks and we're hasted, right?
You are hasted, yeah. Oh, that's
Sorry,
right.
two
You already rolled 2
You
bite
also have
attacks,
Inspired
didn't you?
Courage
Secret?
+1 right now.
Secret,
Yeah, I got
you
the
rolled an
Inspired
extra
Courage
bite
on me
attack,
too.
right? Or did you? Yeah, the haste
Oh,
attack,
no, I
did you roll
didn't.
one?
No, it's for the bite.
Okay,
Let
go
me
ahead and do that. Yeah, because the bite one might actually do damage. You have good numbers on those on that one, so it did. It's the only one that did do damage earlier.
Woo!
Hey, there you go. Roll again. Confirmed crit.
Ooh!
Alright,
Brugar's
what was the
so
bite damage
big.
again?
The bite damage was a d6 plus 23, so it's going to do 2d6 plus
For
46.
most of me is beer.
Is that what I had? Oh shit,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, bite's really good. You guys might just take this thing out before it gets to do anything this time.
Still, that flat damage is
Uh,
Huge.
It is still up though. Because yeah, that DR it has, but you hurt it pretty badly. It looks like it's falling apart. Like there's cracks in
This
it.
is what you guys were afraid of?
Yeah, well, I mean, last time everybody rolled lower initiative than it too,
Yeah.
and didn't have a surprise round. Okay, so Brugar hits it 3 times. No, 4 times. All of those hit, but one of the ones that hit doesn't. The low roll there that hit didn't actually do any damage, so it effectively didn't hit. And you kill it. Actually, you do enough damage to kill it.
Yay.
Wow.
It actually
I
is
bash
dead.
it to bits.
Nice.
He
Wow.
smashes it. It falls down to the ground. It
Dude,
lets
we
out.
didn't
It looks like it's about to let out a wail of the banshee, but
I'd rather be
lets out a
safe
little
than
rasp.
sorry.
Yeah, it
Let's
lets out a
go
little
fight
rasp.
Deklathar next.
You're ready
We're
already,
ready.
Yeah, I mean-
huh? Jeez.
Yeah, you guys.
Also, we
I will-
prepared for this fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the other thing too, because like I said, that surprise round was huge. You guys did like almost. You did over half its health in that surprise round.
Yeah.
The shatter, even lowing kind of low roll on that, plus Alcei hit it for like 70 damage. So
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty good.
it was already almost like 100 damage before DR.
And I tell everyone to step back, and I have a long ritual to prepare.
Yeah, and we're out of combat already. Like that was really fast. Rocket tag, I guess. But yeah, you guys now have disposal to this. You guys can look at the stuff that's on because this skull flew up from a corpse, but there's a bunch of like gear there. There's like a robe and like a staff leaning against the the desk, and there's stuff on the desk. There's some stuff kind of like
don't
set
touch
up over here.
anything. Let me see what we have here first.
Okay.
And I'll detect magic on the various items and try and identify what all is here. Oh wait, I don't have Knowledge Arcana. This could be slightly problematic.
You have spellcraft though and detect magic, so you can still identify magic items.
Yeah,
Oh,
Arcana
I
just
thought it
means
was
you know
Knowledge
what the
Arcana
school
I did.
is.
Oh, Arcana is spell in place.
No, that's like another house rule I've been thinking about potentially doing is combining Arcana and spellcraft, but in some way.
I guess that
or
makes
making
sense,
it- I don't know,
but
like-
they do different things. But yeah,
They
I
do
guess
different
they
things,
could.
but I
Yeah,
feel
she
like
said do.
flavor-wise, they feel like they should be the same thing.
Hmm.
Because like the flavor of what they are is like really similar. Like one, you know what
Or
the
let
spell
the
is. The other
player
one, you know what school
choose,
it is. Like, huh?
Like, if you want to dump your points in
Oh, yeah,
Arcana, let it work like
Exactly, I could-
spellcraft,
I could
vice
just-
versa.
Exactly. Like that would work as well. Just be like, just put ranks in one or the other. You don't need to put ranks in both.
Okay, so anyways, I'm
But,
gonna identify
yeah.
stuff.
I know
I tell them not to touch anything.
one of the alternate rules they have in Unchained is we don't use it because we use background skills, but they have consolidated skills where they just combine a bunch of skills,
Yeah.
and that's one of the ones they combine. But they do that with a lot of other ones, like perception and sense motive are one skill, for example, and like things like that.
Alright, is that
Alright,
enough?
you roll-
I'm anticipating a lot of magic items.
You roll a ton of spellcrafts. There are
Just
a
go
lot
in
of
whatever
magic.
order you want.
So I'll say I'm just gonna go down the list from top to bottom here of what's on the loot table here.
Yep.
There is a amulet depicting 2 elderly wizards with identical faces hanging on the amulet from a silver chain. This is an amulet of reverse incantation. So what
I know
this
what that does?
does can 3 times a day when casting a spell with a verbal component, the wearer can recite the words backwards as a free action in order to invert the spell's effects. So this works for things like that have like a direct opposite. So you can use haste to become slow. You can use reduce person to become enlarge person. You can use inflict to become cure. You can swap
What?
alignment spells. So it's kind of like a utility item. It lets
That's
you prepare a spell
crazy.
and have it be
I can
like
cast
a limited
silence to
flex slot.
become super loud.
That one's one that it wouldn't work on because there is no opposite of
Dang
the
it.
silent spell.
I can cast freedom of movement to become.
You could just get a
Not
megaphone if
free.
you want to be loud.
But yeah, it let you cast your cure spell. Any cure spells you have prepared, you can
Yeah,
cast
whatever.
those inflict spells.
That
I
doesn't.
guess
I'm never
it's
gonna use that in my
probably
life.
more useful. It's probably more useful. Like, yeah, I don't, it's kind of a niche item. It's not super useful.
It's
but
probably more useful turned into
probably.
gold.
Very possibly.
Wait, can
There
I
is a
cast
belt.
Bestow curse as remove curse?
Yes, that one you could.
Ooh, that's actually handy. That one's handy.
There is a belt of mighty constitution +4.
Oh wow. Okay,
That's
I should
nice.
probably write this stuff down. I'm just gonna
I'll
notepad
write it, I'll write
and
it.
then we can divvy it up. Oh, okay. So reverse casting.
Reverse incantation, 3 a day.
Mighty Con +4. That sounds
Yep.
like a Brugar item if I ever heard of one.
The
I
21. He might already have a better belt, I think.
Whatever, put it on
there-
Gorg.
There is a
Swath will take it.
+2 strength and con, yeah.
Alright,
Um,
can have it.
There are some boots that you aren't able to identify what they do because the caster level is too high for what you rolled.
I'll try to spellcraft those.
The same thing for
Is 22 high enough?
yeah, Savath doesn't know either. The 24 there, 22 is not high enough either. The 24
you
is
try the
not
next
enough
one.
to identify the cloak. The
Gordon's
17
gonna
is not enough to
spellcraft
identify the
The same thing I
headband.
did. I guess
Okay.
he doesn't know either. Okay. So we didn't
The
identify
30 is enough to
tomorrow?
identify.
Wait, did you roll the wrong modifier the first time? Why did you do a 4 and then a 13?
Savath and Gorg.
One was Savath and one was Gorg. Neither of them identifies
Oh.
it though. This 21 was the same roll that they had as well. And then the other one for the cloak, 17 is not good enough. Neither is 17. So,
Damn it. And then headband not enough.
headband
What's the
was not enough either.
So you could do 2 more. One for Gorg and one for
But the
Savath.
30 is enough to identify one of the rings as a ring of freedom of movement, which is a very useful ring.
Holy shit. Can I have that?
Also very valuable.
Do you need it?
In fact, it's easily the most valuable thing that you've spellcrafted so far, successfully.
Yeah,
I mean, being able to move is pretty important.
Yeah.
And then there are 3 more things here that you can identify.
Okay, let's see what else is left.
And this is just
But
the stuff
I
on the
would really like that ring.
Demi-Lich. So I would say is rolling on the 4 things that haven't been identified. But I don't think that's good enough to identify any of those.
Wait, you said there's 3 more or 4 more?
Well, he was talking about the ones you failed to identify. I was assuming he was
There were
rolling
3
on
of
those as
those.
well. There's 3 that you didn't identify of those, and then 3 other things that you hadn't rolled on. So 6
That's-
things total.
Mighty Con +4 belt.
So you could do 2 more.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
so
chose
I
it.
was-
26 is good.
26 is pretty good.
On the
So the
last
26 for the very last item is enough to identify the staff. The staff is called a Staff of Journeys.
Huh.
It's a staff that has the spells Detect Snares and Pits, Endure Elements, Long Strider, pass without trace, and freedom of movement.
We
So
should
they're
sell
kind of-
this.
The most valuable thing on there is probably freedom of movement, but
Yeah.
Does the spells have charges?
yeah, but it's a staff, so you can recharge the
just
spell,
charge it with
or you can
casting
recharge the
spells.
staff by casting one of the
Oh.
spells that's on the staff.
Okay.
So if you
I've never
cast
So you
used
endure
need the
elements on
arcane
it,
to charge it.
Yeah.
not necessarily, because
I
endure
don't have
elements is
those spells anyway, so it's not like it matters.
Somebody else can charge it for you though, if they have it.
Yeah,
Here, I'm just
Yeah.
going to hold that item since I identified it.
that's fine.
Let's see. Raziel identifies the other ring that is on this body as a ring of resistance +4. So it's just like a cloak of resistance, but it uses the ring slot instead of the cloak slot.
It's pretty good.
And the
Not
17 is not
something
enough
I
to
need.
identify, or the 22 rather is not enough to identify the other item on, which is the robes.
So if you want to try and identify the robes, Savath/Gorg might help.
Oh.
Maybe enough.
Nope, 24 is not enough.
Don't know.
Dang. Okay, so we have unidentified boots, cloak, headband, and robes. So, would the Ring of Freedom and Movement be better on like a front line or a back line?
It's gonna be good on anybody.
It's gonna be good on a caster that you
It's-
don't want to get grappled.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Which I
Yeah,
don't think we
freedom
really have
movement
anybody
is-
in the party other than you, I guess, in that situation. Or
Yeah, this
Gorg.
is
I
not
mean,
really
even
a
if
caster-heavy
I'm-
party.
Even if I'm throwing daggers, like being grappled is really bad. I mean, I guess I can
This
melee
is,
with daggers, but
If the first party that came here, like if Amber was
It would
here,
go on
well,
Amber.
there's a good chance Amber would have taken it.
yeah,
See, me and Brugar, we would just like reverse the grapple, or I don't know. We would
yeah.
do something. Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
that's
I mean
okay, I'd like
maybe
that.
Tiki would have taken it as well.
Yeah, it would have been great on
uh,
her. Yeah.
It would have been good on
Yeah.
her as well.
She's small too, so it's
Mhm.
easier for her to be grappled.
So yeah, there's some boots, a cloak, a headband, and
Robes.
a robe that hasn't been identified yet.
So I guess we'll just carry them. They probably won't hurt you. All his equipment seems pretty helpful.
So all we know is the staff, the ring of freedom, and the +4 resistance ring, and the +4 belt.
Yep.
And the amulet.
Okay.
And the amulet of reverse.
The amulet of reverse, right? Yeah. There's only one item there that would really help me out a lot, but we can
Is it
wait
the ring?
to divide things. Yeah.
I grabbed the belt.
I'm
but
fine
I mean,
with that.
other than
the,
that, I
the Ring
don't-
of Freedom of Movement would also help me, but I have a shirt that gives me once per day freedom of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should take the ring of resistance. Honestly.
Yeah.
Do you
that's-
have a
We'll
cloak
wait to
already?
divvy that up until we see what else is happening.
Okay,
I do have a
that's fine.
cloak, but it's
You can-
Well,
+3,
I don't.
so
I
it's
have
only a
ring
+1
slots
upgrade.
filled, so I
Yeah,
don't
but you
need
could
a
give the
ring.
3 cloak then to someone else.
What did you?
Well, maybe,
So
but
you-
we'll see until like we got everything.
I have a 3 cloak as well, so same thing.
Yeah, I have a 3 cloak.
Because yeah,
Sorry, what
Savant
did you
could use
roll
it
again
too.
for the cloak? I might have had the wrong DC. Let's see here.
I would say it's
Was it
not
tw-
worth figuring out.
Was it the
Pluto?
It's actually only caster level 3, so yeah, you actually know what the cloak does as well.
Oh,
This
nice.
cloak
Okay.
is a this is a cloak of
It's not resistance.
effulgent escape. Twice per day, the wearer can command the cape to erupt in a burst of light, blinding all creatures other than the wearer within 20 feet for 1d4 rounds. The reflex save to negate. And after triggering it, become invisible as the invisibility spell with a duration of 1 minute. And then the cape doesn't have any light as long as it's invisible. It also continuously radiates light as the light spell when you're wearing it, but it's only in a 10-foot radius.
I mean,
So
I
you
think
wouldn't notice it right
you
now
give
'cause
that to
nobody's
whoever
wearing it.
takes the ring.
I guess it'll create low light within 20 after that, so a 30-foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very. I mean, you're probably not going to be necessary. It's almost a downside of it that it actually does that because like
Yeah, people can see you.
people can see you. You can't unless you take it off. It can do its effect twice a day. The invisibility thing. You can do that twice a day.
Yeah, seems good. I would say, yeah, let's figure out what the rest of the stuff is, but whoever takes the ring takes that. It just goes well together.
You talk about the
Alright,
ring
so
resistance.
Alcé's holding, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the
Ron's
thing
holding
there.
the
Like,
staff.
if you have a cloak resistance, you obviously can't wear the cape because it uses a cloak slot.
I don't
Right.
So if
need
you're
that.
wearing that, it's like ring of resistance then.
So anybody can take that.
I
Okay,
can't use
and
the
then
ring.
I guess I'll just hold that amulet. I'm not going to use it, I don't think. But I'll carry
Yeah,
it
you guys might just sell it.
just so we have it on our
It's
one of our
worth
sheets here.
it's worth 20,000 gold. It's pretty valuable.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like I was pretty sure it's worth quite a bit. It's a pretty powerful
It's one of those
attack.
things maybe is useful for like a sorcerer or other spontaneous caster because
Can you turn like a
kind of-
fire spell into a water spell if it's elemental, or is that not opposite?
No, although it does let you change.
Cure and inflict.
You can change alignment based spells. So if you have
Like
something
protect from
for
evil
where
versus
cast a
protect from
spell.
good or something.
Yeah, if you have a wearer cast a spell that detects or affects creatures of a certain alignment, the spell instead affects creatures of the opposite alignment. So, for example, Chaos Hammer would damage and blind chaotic creatures, but instead it does it to lawful creatures if you use this.
Yeah.
Turns into a Law Hammer, which I don't even think is an actual spell.
It's actually
So
like
that's kind of neat.
pretty useful if you have stuff like that. It's just not how my character is really built.
Yeah, it's kind of narrow. Like I said, it's another one of those items that maybe be useful for Amber, maybe. She was a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Or maybe for Magical Fantasia even. But I don't know if anyone in this party really could use
Yeah,
it.
we'll just
We
sell
can
it,
bring it
probably.
back to
That's fine.
Fantasia and be like, see ya.
No, we'll sell it.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Are there any other magical items up here that we need to figure out what they are?
Other than those four, so those are the only ones on here. And then if you look around, you do find some other magical stuff as well. For one thing, there's these portals. There's 4 portals.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the portals right now.
There's also one magic item that you see kind of right here.
Alright, I'll try to identify that.
Okay.
I'll probably fail and ask someone else to help. Yep.
Yeah, you
Help?
fail.
Oof. Okay.
It looks like a longsword, though.
I'll let someone else deal with that. I'm gonna start preparing ritual things.
A long sword, not a long hammer.
Yeah, it's just a longsword. You guys probably want to sell it, maybe.
Let's see what it does.
Let's see. Caster level for this weapon exactly.
So wait, you don't need components if you're casting from a scroll, right? Or do you still need material
Correct,
components?
because it's built into the
No, it's
scroll.
correct. They already, yeah, the material component was already used when you created the scroll, basically.
But
It's
didn't
hard
it
to go-
increase the scroll cost, or did it?
It's all part of the scroll cost.
They do increase the scroll cost, yeah.
However, if the
Uh.
component, I think you need the
I wouldn't have been able to afford this then.
what? Afford what?
Darn. Which spell is it? Hollow?
Hollow.
Well, we didn't use it, so I guess scrap.
Well, you guys might have to come back then.
Or, yeah, if other people had
Or you
money,
could just be
I don't
like,
know.
you guys could all just be like, yeah, we took care of it, and then not tell Olhas about that. Like, yeah, it's dead. He's like, sweet. And then they
No,
try
I
to come
wanna
in here,
get
and the
rid
thing
of
comes
it.
back and kills him. And he's like, no, I've been deceived.
No, that's evil.
It could happen.
Yeah, that's awkward. I forgot it. I knew there was a reason I couldn't afford this, but I didn't think to look at material components. Because it's actually going to cost like 5,000
Yeah.
gold just for the, or 6,000
Well-
gold just for the material components.
I will say this much. You've recently met somebody who has the ability to cast spells that you would think shouldn't be able to cast. So
That's true. I
Yeah,
could ask him
maybe.
for help.
yeah, maybe
All
you
right.
know
Well,
somebody.
anyways, I don't have a hollow
Well, we gotta
scroll.
show them the portal, right? There was one up here.
Yeah, there's
they can
portals
leave.
here.
There's four. There's 4 portals in here.
Yeah.
Okay,
might
I
be
guess
able
if
to
I'm
leave.
not casting hollow, I'll check out these portals and see if I can figure out what they do.
Gorig's 23 is enough to identify this longsword is a +2 undead bane longsword.
Oh.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's good for anyone who can use it. I mean,
I'll
I can
carry
use it, but I
it.
just don't get all my bonuses with it.
I can't reasonably use it as a war priest who likes daggers and tridents.
Savath can actually use that like
Yeah.
a greatsword.
Yeah, I have a
I
great
did
sword
consider-
though, but yeah.
I did consider for a moment when I was like populating the loot in here of making it a Vorpal longsword hilarious.
Yeah.
because there was like no way that anybody would like pick it up and
You said that
use it
was
against this
plus
thing,
2 undead bane.
+2 undead bane. So if you use it against this thing, it'll work.
Oh, it's
like against
medium.
the demi
so
lich,
that
it count as a
means...
plus.
Yeah, it's a great.
It is
sword
medium,
for
yeah.
me. Okay, hold on one second. Because in Hero Love, I have to switch the thing here to do it.
Yeah, you can use it as a two-handed weapon basically and have a penalty, but yeah, you can use it technically. But
Wait, am I medium?
it's probably
now?
something you guys are gonna sell.
What the hell? Must have already.
Alright, well, I'll try and
selected this,
identify
and I
these
grabbed something.
portals. Is that just a spellcraft or what? Or is that Arcana?
Oh, that's right. The heavy pick. Yeah, that's right. That's what-
Spellcraft works.
I also have the adamantine heavy pick.
Okay, 4 spellcrafts for 4 portals. We'll go like in a circle, starting with the one I'm at, clockwise.
Okay. So let's see here. The first one. The first one appears to go to the material plane. The second one you don't know. You're not sure where it goes. You're able to figure it out. For some reason, something seems off about it. So that's the one on the top right that you don't know. The one on the bottom right. You are pretty sure that this one goes to a demiplane, and more than that, you're pretty sure this one's actually goes to the same like the other demiplane that you came from before this one. You think it goes back to that one?
Okay. Do you have a way to
And
mark those?
the
Label those?
one, yeah, he's Zidorium
I'm
looks
way
like
ahead of
some
you.
text underneath him. I've got them labeled on the GM layer as well.
No, I mean like
And then the
like arcane mark or something like
oh yeah,
I'm way.
in
I
game.
mean,
yeah. And the one
I'll
on the
know.
bottom
I'll
left,
remember.
the one on the bottom left also goes to the material plane.
Okay, that's so. We want to send them to one of the material planes. Now, material plane can be tricky.
Oh yeah, it could be anywhere.
Yeah, it could be somebody's demi-plane with the material plane rules.
Yeah, but Raziel is pretty confident that it goes to Galarian, or like at least like the normal material plane, if not Galarian.
A different
Like he's
planet.
pretty confident it's not a demi-plane.
Yeah.
It could go to a different planet. It's
It could go
He's
to
not
Patriarch.
Oh,
yeah.
we could go to the elf
It
planet.
could go to the island Patriarch's
Mm-hmm.
The elf planet's like really fucking close to the sun. I couldn't imagine what the weather's like there. I can't remember what it's called. I know it starts with a C. Okay, so we have some stuff we don't know. We identified portals. We need to talk to the fellow about a spell because
Yeah, let's go
Hollow-
find the guy. Tell him we need him to cast the Hollow spell if he can.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then that we found
See if
a
Yeah,
he
you
can
guys
do it.
go-
Otherwise we'll have to leave and come back.
I mean, maybe they know
Yeah, you
which
guys go tell
portal it
him
is.
that you killed it, but that
Yeah.
it's not permanently dead. And you explain what you need. Then yeah, he says that he
Mm.
can, but he can't do it today. He'll have to do it tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine. It shouldn't come back for at least a week. And it only takes a day to, sanctify and make the area holy. And then I will aid your spell by casting Dispel Evil as part of your Hollow purification.
Yeah, he tells you that that he and some of the other people here have learned ways to basically create their own versions of like divine spells. It's like an old technique that's been passed down from
That's
generations.
cool.
Out of character, I'll say he's a spell sage, like the spell sage archetype. This is something that you could
Neat.
do. You could do as a player if you wanted. You could do the same thing as he's
Oh.
doing.
Yeah, whatever.
He is not breaking any rules. he is a Pathfinder Society legal character.
Oh.
Oh.
Society legal. Should I
Yeah,
test
he would
that?
be society legal, except that he has scribe scroll, so he's breaking the rules. For
Oh
that
yeah,
one, but
yeah. You can't craft.
They don't let you take scribe scroll. They make you replace it
Really?
with spell focus or something in
Yeah.
society. Yeah.
I mean, I
Huh.
I agree with their reasonings, honestly, but
Yeah, for the style of play it is. It's not a normal campaign. He
Okay,
also says
so-
he can try to identify those magic items for you if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I asked him to, can he cast Dispel Evil as part of his Hollow, or does he need me to do that for him?
He says he could cast them both, but it would take a lot longer. But yeah, he could cast them both.
I'll do the Dispel Evil. I can help you out. It won't take as much effort for me as it comes more naturally to me.
Okay.
Hopefully he doesn't hate. I mean, he said he doesn't follow the old ways.
He doesn't follow
The
the
fact
old
that-
ways, but he says some of the people that live here definitely still do.
Yeah, so maybe don't mention to them that I'm, a believer in God.
Yeah, he says it'll probably take a lot of them a lot of time to adjust, especially if one of these portals can get us out of here. Somewhere where you can...
I did actually identify two of the portals go to our world, to the world where I assume you came from.
He looks like he smiles. This is great news. I hope it's somewhere where my people can live.
Yeah, I would probably advise that you or us check it out first before sending everyone through. Who knows? It could go anywhere. It could go to a volcano.
You're so
But yes,
dramatic.
I'm confident we can get you and your people out of here safely and back to our world.
All right. But yeah, he kind of just looks around at his place.
And I'll
And-
indicate towards or I'll show him the items that
Okay.
we weren't able to identify, and ask if he knows what they are, or if he can identify them. Unfortunately, I haven't gained as much experience as you have in the magical arts. I'm somewhat new myself.
He says, give me a few minutes, and he pulls out his spell book and starts preparing a spell.
Wow, fancy schmancy.
And
You
after
could be doing that
a
too.
while, after a minute, 'cause he has a wizard discovery lets him do this. He puts the spellbook away and he casts identify, and he identifies the items for you. Gives him a plus 10 or 20 or something to spellcraft check.
Plus 20.
I have to
I
look
believe.
up the number, but I think it's plus 10 for identify. But that's still
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of ranks in it too, so that's gonna be good enough to identify these items. So he identifies that the boots are boots of speed. Very useful.
Those are good.
Boots of speed can give you up to 10 rounds of speed per day. They do not need to be consecutive rounds, and is a free action to activate them.
What speed? Just more move speed?
Haste.
Haste.
It gives you haste.
It gives you
It's only-
haste?
Yep.
Yeah.
You get 10 rounds of haste. You can use them
Like,
whenever
even
on
for
whatever rounds you
attacks?
want. Yep. You can use them on whatever
Wow, that's
round you
pretty
want.
good.
It's a free action, so yeah, just 10 rounds of haste. You can just activate them whenever you need haste.
I'm not going to ask for anything else because I got the Ring of Freedom of Movement, which I'm super happy about.
I
but
don't need them
getting free
because
haste
I can
would be
fly.
pretty good.
And I have haste.
You got haste on your spells.
Yeah.
He tells you that the cloak. Oh, you guys already got the cloak. He tells you the amulet, or not the amulet, the headband is a headband of +4 intelligence. Key to
Cool.
use magic device and survival for the skills that they give you bonuses to.
I'm sure one of you guys
No
needs
one's
that.
intelligence based, right?
I think that's correct.
No, I have
I'm
Sloth
pretty
has
sure no
8
one needs it.
intelligence. I mean, that's why she was dancing in front of a
11?
window of people.
I'm
And
pretty
then-
sure we're going to sell that.
Then he tells you that the robe is actually the most valuable. Yeah, the robes. They're actually the most valuable item of the whole treasure. Although I don't know if it's very
Robes
useful
of
for this
Disintegrate.
party. Robes
You can
of
cast
Robe
Disintegrate.
of Gates.
Gates.
3 times a day, when the wearer uses a summoning spell or spell-like ability to summon a variable number of creatures, you can choose to summon the maximum number of creatures possible. Creatures summoned in this way step from the shadowy folds of the robe and appear adjacent to the wearer. If there is no sufficient room for all the creatures to appear, extra creatures are wasted and do not appear. If you're a summoner, you can call upon the robe to summon your Eidolon as a standard action once per day. So maybe Alsaid like it. I don't know. It must appear adjacent to the summoner when called this way.
Seems like something that's
Worth-
really good to sell.
It's worth 64,000 gold. So yeah, maybe. But very useful
I
if
don't even
you're
know if we're
using
gonna be able to
summoning.
find a buyer for that very easily.
Oh, we'll be
That's
fine.
expensive.
Kaer Maga.
I don't know if Kaer Maga actually would have a buyer. It's very, very expensive. That might be
Yeah,
outside of
that's
Kaer Maga's
crazy
market
expensive.
range. You might have to go to like Absalom or the City of Brass or something to.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
yeah, it lets Alse summon the Eidolon whenever he wants. He doesn't have to have it out at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he
I
can
think you
hold
can
on
use
to it
that
for
if-
now. It's fine
It's
with
really
me.
good for convenience. And
But
being
you
able
can
to
also
cast
say
like a
we saw it,
maximized,
everyone can.
basically summon monster is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, but who can cast summon
it's
monster?
a little bit more
He can.
limited.
Oh,
That
Hey-
in that when
hey,
you use the
Ron.
summon monster, you can't put it.
You
Well,
can
know.
too.
can I? I thought that was arcane.
Nope, it's on the cleric spell list as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna do it because why would I wear robes? I'm a war priest. Battle.
I mean, they
Warrior.
don't use the same slot as an armor, so you can wear them with armor.
Yeah, but it would look funny. Like, what am I gonna do? Put robes on over my armor? Like, come on. I mean, if he doesn't
Yeah.
want them, I'll wear them, I guess.
It's a
but
black
then I
robe
can
with
prepare
silver
a summon
circles and
spell or
conjuring runes decorating it.
something. Ron,
That's described
do you
as
want the robes?
what
the robe of gate.
robe of summoning
I should-
stuff?
Yeah.
Robe of Gates. It means if you cast a summon spell, if it's a variable number of creatures, you can get the max as long as there's room around you for them, and it lets the summoner summon their Eidolon at
The
will.
Staff of Journeys, Razdale could take it because it's described as looking like a
I don't
walking stick
need
with-
it because I already have a summoning skill just in case my Eidolon dies.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll wear
maybe you
the
guys will
robes.
try to find somewhere.
I'll try and
somewhere to
sell it. I don't
it.
want to use them, but I'll wear them for now.
All right.
I guess I'll prepare some summoning stuff that's actually kind of interesting. I've never done that before.
Olhas says these things probably belong to the founder, and that confirms my suspicions that this thing must have killed him. But I'm sure he would have been fine with you taking them, and even if he's not, I'm okay with you taking him. The founder appears
Is
to
there
be long
anything
gone.
around here, like journals or notes that would prove that this is Aerodel? That Brugar is going to be very discreet
Maybe.
about.
Maybe there's
Oh.
there's stuff on the desk that looks like there's like a bunch of like papers and journals and stuff on there, and then there might be stuff in the bookshelves too. But yeah, the desk is probably the best bet on something like that.
All right. Well, I'm
Uh-oh.
looking around.
You might. I mean, it's just in a drawer. You'll see
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna
Okay.
comfort the guy about like Aerodel being lost. To say, we actually have lost. Brugar and I, the short one, him and I lost some of our friends to the same creature. So it is
this
an
creature?
abomination. Yeah.
So it ventured. Did it
I'm sorry
venture
I didn't
forth
tell you
from
about
its?
this earlier. No, we actually came here a little over a year ago.
Oh,
That's
it's
how we
regrettable
knew.
then that we didn't meet then. Perhaps if I'd been able to help you then, your friends
that's
would still
true.
be here.
We didn't know the creature was here. We merely stumbled onto this area, and we were afraid to approach people we didn't know or understand. But then the creature attacked us when we came up here, and we barely escaped with our lives. And
Oh,
like
well,
I said, multiple of us died. The three
I'm
of us.
glad that you came back. Yeah, it was 3 of you guys died.
Yeah.
4 if you count the
It's
pony.
been something I've been wanting to put at rest
5 if you
for
count
a long time.
the fairy dragon.
No, it's fine. 3.
It's like ponies and fairy dragons aren't real people.
So hopefully out of character, hopefully the party doesn't care that I tell this guy this, but I feel like
At this point, no,
I
that's
nobody's
don't
fine.
think he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, he's clearly here to help us, or at least so far he's been helpful.
Or so you think. He's playing the long
Yeah.
game.
He could be. But yeah, I mean, I just explained that we stumbled upon this demi-plane as just general exploring and didn't know what we found, or like we didn't know it was there, and it surprised us. So it's good to finally put an end
Yeah.
to that and find some closure.
Yeah. And he says he's going to have to, or he's going to have to figure out which portal they should take. And hopefully,
Well, I
like you
point
said,
him towards the two that I know are material plane. I tell him this one I couldn't tell where it goes. But both of these go to our world, I think.
okay. He says we'll have to be very cautious going into these, though. Would you be willing to go with me through one of these portals?
Like now?
It doesn't have to be now. You said we still needed to do something to keep this
Yes.
creature from arising again, right?
Yes, with your hollow spell and my dispel evil spell, we will sanctify this area and make it a holy site with a powerful dispel evil imbued
Well,
within it.
I'll have to follow your lead on that.
Yeah, I can lead you through it.
I don't know much about these sorts of things. I have no ranks in knowledge religion, as you might expect.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't actually say that, but yeah, this guy definitely does not have ranks in knowledge religion. In fact, nobody here has ranks in knowledge. Nobody that lives here has ranks in knowledge religion.
Gorg?
No,
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean
just
nobody that
explain-
lives
Oh,
in this
lives
demi
here.
plane
Gotcha,
that like
yeah.
lives here has ranks in knowledge religion. They
Mm.
don't know shit about it.
Yeah, I'll just
No
explain that it will
religion here.
sanctify the
Sounds like a
area.
place for me, honestly.
And when I add my magic to dispel evil, it will permanently destroy the creature.
Okay. And he recommends that maybe, I mean, probably not staying here because there's like dead people around, but maybe somewhere else in this. Stay here in this inner sanctum because I don't know. I don't know if that I can have you like keep people from being calm if you go to the main rest of the village, but I'll meet you back here tomorrow. We can do this.
Yep, tomorrow morning. Out of character Pluto, the SRD doesn't say anything about dispel evil plus hollow, but you're saying that's how you do it?
It doesn't say anything about him on the
On the spell,
hollow
it's because
page.
On
this
the
is
spell
a special
itself.
rule for destroying the monster.
yeah. If
Okay.
you read the Demi Lich like SRD
I
page,
got you.
then it would be in there.
Okay, yeah, I was just looking at like all the spells that you can tie to hollow, and it doesn't include that one, but that's because it's a special case. And it's
Yeah.
not for tying the spell to the area; it's for destroying the demi-lich.
Yeah, it's under the Demi-Lich rejuvenation quality. It says they reforms in a certain amount of days, completely destroy them. Holy water has to be poured over the area within a hollow spell, and you have to use holy word, or dispel evil.
Oh, you need holy water too?
Yeah, but I think that's part of the hollowed spell anyway. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I assume you have holy water. Holy water is really cheap.
Okay, then yes.
I mean, you're a
I would
war
have gotten
priest, so
some.
yeah.
I can probably create it with the spell anyways.
I think there's a spell you can have that creates holy water. Yeah.
So I'm not
Even if
gonna
it's-
worry about that. We can get holy
Yeah, don't worry
water.
about that. But yeah.
Okay, then we'll meet him back here tomorrow, and we'll maybe rest, downstairs or something in like the big room where we met. That seems like a good place. It's
Yeah.
sheltered and away from the town.
So yeah, this thing also, I never got to use it, but it also has I mentioned it has, besides the Whale of Banshee, it
The
has a
leading?
300-foot, the 300-foot range on it, and it's just save or
Oh my
die.
god.
Save or die fortitude effect, and even if you succeed the save, you still take 2 permanent negative levels.
Negative levels,
Although the death ward would have protected you from that, so as long as you made the save.
But we could still fail the
Um,
save or die, even with the +4. Like I'd roll a
it looks
1
like it.
and just fail.
It looks like you could, yeah.
It's a good thing you
Although
didn't do that.
the good news is with that one is that it absorbs the soul if you do that. And this thing didn't have any souls like already absorbed
And it's
at
gems.
the time, and its gems. But if it had, it can use those to heal itself. It can it can eat the soul to absorb itself after it's had it absorbed for 24 hours.
Oh my
Um,
god.
But
How do I
if
play as
somebody
one of
gets,
these creatures in a game? Oh my
if
god.
the GM has to let you do it, which they're not going to let you do it.
No GM's gonna let me
Generally.
do that.
Very few are.
Unless
Yeah.
it's like a one
Maybe
shot.
at the end of a campaign or on a one shot or something. Yeah. But the thing is, you can use you can use it in place of the normal material component for resurrection or true resurrection. So you have to have the high level version of it, but you don't need to pay the material component cost. You just pull out the gemstone and use that and get them back that way.
Don't worry,
so
a
that's kinda neat.
high-level wizard is just as wacky, if not wackier, than a demi-lich.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to be a demi lich that keeps the spell casting from the lich.
It can also do physical damage, but it doesn't do it by attacking people. It does it by, although it technically does have flyby attack, like I mentioned. It's kind of pointless because its attack is for one non-lethal damage. It just like hits you, it just flies into you and does one non-lethal damage. Like, I'm attacking you.
Zerdarium, just get to level 17 on Whiz Pops, and then learn Gate and open a gate to the negative energy plane. And you basically have a vacuum of death.
Yeah. But it has an ability where it can summon a telekinetic storm. It could have dug up all the treasure and debris and stuff around it to create a 20-foot fog cloud, basically. But everyone in the fog cloud takes 12d6 damage per round with a reflex save for half.
Ooh.
So they could do physical damage too by just doing that.
Yeah. I'm glad we took it out fast. I'm glad we didn't play the slow game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
didn't know.
you did
I
too.
thought its max
I
XP
think,
would be like 200 something, but it seemed like it was only 100 or 150.
It was it was 140 was how much hit points it had.
Yeah, I was
But it has
expecting like
DR20,
240.
So, no, it's
and
not.
Osse's build is broken for
It's
doing damage.
it's a little above CR for you guys, but you guys are right around this like level. You're right around the level where you can take this thing.
One, having like the scrolls and all the things prepared.
Yeah, it's CR 14, and you guys had a lot of preparation for it. I'm not surprised, like
we crushed
walking
it.
into it, but you guys kind of see like the way it was supposed to work. You're supposed to go into the town and meet this guy, like that.
And then he
was
tells
supposed
us
to make
about
a
it, and
lot
then he
easier.
gives us death ward, and
So you were supposed to be able to go into this with more knowledge, maybe not quite as much knowledge as he had, but more knowledge than he had, which would have made it a lot more manageable. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. So, which is
like
partially my
DPS
fault,
in that case.
honestly. Like I probably should have.
Yeah, that's fine.
I probably could have done
honestly,
other things
I would
to kind
not
of steer
have
you away
asked
from
for
it.
anything different. I think the story worked out so well this way.
Well, I'm glad you
Like
liked
we
it.
leave and come back a year later and get revenge.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't what we planned, but it worked out. So
And it's like it's a story to tell too.
So we'll deal with the hollowing and dispel magic, and going and letting Pedriarch know about the deeds you've accomplished as well, in the next session. That's what we're gonna call it here. So it's been about 3 hours. So I think this is a good place to call it.
Fine with me.
Do we get experience, I guess?
You definitely get experience.
Over 9,000.
I
Okay, we're not
think
gonna
it will
level
be.
anytime
I
soon.
think it will actually be by over 9,000, because the
Yeah.
Demi Lich by itself is worth a lot of XP, but you also get
I
a little
think
bit
I
of
level
extra
up.
experience as well.
Maybe, or did we
because-
just level up? Maybe we just leveled up.
No, we don't level.
That's right. I was thinking I got spells at 13, but it's at 4 or at 12, but it's actually at 13, and yeah.
We're like 31,000 EXP off from leveling.
Well, the Demi Lich gives you that much experience if one of you soloed it and got all the experience for yourself.
Yeah, why didn't we do
I
that?
think
We
you'd be
should have just
fine.
had someone solo it.
Yeah, I don't know. That would have been smart.
Wait, let's let it resurrect and then take it out again. It's perfect.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way. I would deduct experience points for you guys being so foolish. Alright, give me 1 minute. I gotta pull out the ye old calculator. I could roll dice.
Roll dice.
Calculator.
That's what I
You're
did
not
earlier
actually
to
rolling
calculate
dice.
my
You just
gold.
add numbers up. Yeah.
I guess I
I
never
like
put
that
my
habit.
gold back from that hollow scroll. I need to put that back. My fake scroll cost.
All right, so everybody gets 12,800 experience. It's one of the higher numbers I
Okay.
think we've had in one session.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think
So that's the number I have.
yeah, so that's still a little ways away from level
From
13,
210.
level 13, right? It's 210.
Yep.
So yeah, probably a few sessions away from it.
That's okay.
I figure we'll probably be level 13 or 14 at the end of the campaign, depending on how things go.
Oh, so
but
we're almost there.
you guys are getting
Is
there.
it
You guys have a lot
12,800?
of yes, 12,800.
All right, cool.
You guys have a lot of what you need to fight Declassar. So
All I know is we have Fier.
mm-hmm.
Maybe this guy
He's
will
gonna
help
be-
us. I'll ask him
That'll be for next session.
next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try and build up allies to aid us. That seems like the
Yeah.
thing you would do. That's
That
what they did in
is-
Avatar.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It's probably what
We
you should
need
be
the
doing.
Order of the White Lotus. Where's Grandpa Iroh? He's my favorite character ever.
You should try to get Pedriarch to join, right? Like Pedriarch,
No,
you should give us that weapon, but also you should come fight this thing for us. Okay,
no, just a weapon's fine. That's all we need.
I probably
if he could
wouldn't
just,
let you do that anyway.
craft me 2 of those 2 daggers out of that stuff, I'd be pretty spicy. It'd
Pedriarch
be kind of disgusting.
Pedriarch is he probably could like fight Declossar in his home plane. He'd probably lose, but he could do it. You could fight him and put up a fight at least.
That's crazy.
Well, he's a great worm, so I mean, they're like those things are like great worms are pretty much like the strongest thing that are statted in Pathfinder pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Other than
Is
like
Declassar statted, or are
demigods.
you just kind of making it up?
Declassar is not officially statted, so I'm gonna be creating I'm creating a stat block for him basically.
But based on are there other
There are other
demons or whatever?
yeah, there are other demon lords that are statted, just not that particular one.
So you have yeah.
I have
I'm
stuff
excited.
I have stuff I can kind of base it off of. And you're obviously not gonna be fighting a fully powered CR30 demon lord. Like
Right, because it'll
That's
be in
the
our
whole-
plane,
the-
hopefully.
yeah, you guys are gonna be doing stuff to give it to like help even the playing field.
Not every demon lord is CR32. That's like the particularly powerful one.
Oh yeah, no. Like even the weak ones usually are above CR20.
I mean, I'd assume Declassar
Yeah.
is one of the more powerful ones, being reborn from an actual god.
Yeah, like the weakest of demon lords are like around CR24, 25. Like sometimes they call them nascent demon lords.
Yeah, he's actually technically a nascent demon lord, so yeah, he's gonna be around that.
Yeah, the
Around
ones that are
that.
like on the cusp of godhood are like 28 to 30. Like
Mhm.
Pazuzu, who was almost a god, but Lamashtu fucked him over.
Yeah. I think which one is it that's I can't remember. There's like one that I think Paizo's probably gonna like just turn into like a deity with their post time skip for second edition. I don't even care like about second edition coming out, but what I am excited about is the new lore book coming out. They have like their new
Yeah,
world guide
I do want to
takes
see what they do
place.
with the lore and any future APs and stories, and I would just try to convert them back to the first edition.
Yeah. I might be playing in a local like in-person game pretty soon. That might be running Tyrant's Grasp, which will be interesting because that's the last
Yeah,
AP
it's the one
for,
with Tarbafon.
Mm-hmm. It's the last AP for
Basically
first edition.
Paizo's version of Vecna.
And it's the one that's gonna it's like the one that's gonna basically be the cause for all of the world changing stuff
Yeah, the
for the
segue.
second edition. Yeah. So
I want to run it or play in it.
we'll see. It was like a group I saw like an advertisement for it on Reddit basically. Somebody's like looking for a group. They're like, I'm trying to form a Pathfinder group and we're gonna meet at Guardian Games. I'm like, ooh, I know where that is. I can go there. I could do that. But I guess he had like another post earlier where he was talking about possibly doing Starfinder. So two of the people there were like, "Oh, we actually thought you were doing Starfinder." And I'm like, "I thought it was Pathfinder." So it's like, "Oh, okay." So I don't know. I don't exactly know what's going on now. I'm like, "Oh, if it ends up being Starfinder, I'm probably not going to do it." But if it's a Pathfinder game, I'd probably be down for it. It'd be on a Tuesday. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Exciting if it does happen though.
So we're done,
but yeah,
I guess.
we're done with this
Yep.
session. Yep, we're gonna
Okay.
continue from. We're gonna do the Hollow spell, and if you guys go talk to Pedriarch and what Brugar would find in the notes and stuff there, we'll cover all that stuff next session.
Alrighty.
And also potentially exploring the 4 portals there.
Yeah. I'm so spaced out right now.
Yeah, I need to go open my door and like let some fresh air in because it's like getting super hot in here. I had my door closed because my brother's asleep still. But like,
Yeah, it's over here on the West Coast in SoCal. It's getting pretty warm during the day, but I don't know how. But our nights are still cold.
Oh, our
So I'll
nights are
take
pretty
that.
frigid here.
yeah,
As long as the nights and the mornings are cool, then I'm okay with this summer. I thought it was gonna be much worse, and it might get awful near the end, but I'm pretty happy right now.
If I prop my feet up on my backup power supply, I like start roasting, but I just can't help but do it because like the position.
It's
Cold
worth it.
nights mean dry air, so
I'll take dry air.
yeah, but that
I'm gonna
also
start
means
preparing
that you
Summon
guys
Monster
are in a
4, I guess.
droughty area. Like you guys don't have a lot of groundwater, which is why you don't have a lot of. Yeah,
Yeah, we get
California
more
doesn't have a
fires.
lot of water, basically.
Oh yeah, I know.
And you never really
The
did.
fires
but yeah.
last year were crazy.
I don't know.
I mean,
like
Oregon got some fires too.
like this is the first summer that I don't have smoke in my skies, but I have clouds, like regular every day, like, hey, we might rain, but we're not gonna rain kind of clouds. I don't know. It's been a really mild summer here and quite pleasant. In fact, if you want to come vacation, now is the time.
How about in a month?
I don't know. There might be a
hopefully
fire
it'll
in
be
a
okay
month.
still then.
Who knows?
Hopefully not.
We still have a whole we
we'll
still have
see.
August to go. So yeah, that's.
All right, well, I can't wait to see us getting more into the end game of this one. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying Brugar, and I do want to finish the story. I'm getting now with like Mantis's game, kind of like getting thrown off a lot. I'm actually eager to roll up like a new character for Thursdays.
I was gonna say, I'm honestly eager. I love this game. This is my favorite game ever because it's just the first one and it's gone this whole time. Or maybe not my first, but one of the first that's lasted a while. But
Yeah,
I have that itch to do a new character. Like I'm ready for
Yeah.
for a long-term game, not for like a quick, few month game.
Yeah, I
or
still haven't
6
decided
month
what
game
I'm
or whatever.
doing after this, but I am gonna run another campaign after this.
If you're gonna do
I
another
would-
long one at some
Yeah.
point, doesn't have
I
to
haven't
be
decided
right
yet
after.
also if I'm gonna do a homebrew game or if I'm gonna just do an adventure path next time. I haven't decided that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the other? There was Kingmaker, there was Mummy's Mask, and there was like a vampire-y one that Secret wanted to do.
Oh,
Well,
he
we already
knows
tried
which ones
Kingmaker.
are on my list, so.
Yeah, I'm not planning to do Kingmaker, but
Yeah, right.
Carrion
right.
Crown was one that was also getting discussed.
Yeah, Crimson and Carrion
I thought
are,
there's one that was
on
like a
my
vampire-y
list,
one.
so
That sounds cool
I'd
to
rather
me.
GM
Crimson
those
Throne
since
is
I have
good.
money on them.
If
Oh,
you
okay.
like
Which those are after Mummy's Mask
intrigue
1 or
and
2.
vampires, Crimson Throne I've heard is really good.
Maybe. I think I like more just like, I don't know, being the hero or an
For
evil
Gothic
campaign.
horror, Carrion Crown is good. There's only one Paizo
I
written
still
evil
feel
campaign
like
that's Hell's
Pluto,
Vengeance.
like what you said to me about which campaign. I think that's actually not a bad idea. What is it?
Shattered Star.
Yeah. I think that's not a bad idea at
Yeah,
all.
it continues Rise of the Runelords.
It continues Rise of the Runelords. A lot of people. So that's the thing is a lot of people didn't like. Some people didn't like it because it's like very much like kind of a dungeon crawl. But I think that might be like I don't know. I think
No, we do
I think
that.
Ron
Kinda
tends to like
fitting
dungeon.
for
I think
this
Ron
Mantis
tends
is the
to
only
like
one who
dungeon
doesn't
crawls.
like dungeon crawls.
Right.
I will
Yeah.
crawl your dungeon all day.
As long as you
Yeah, yeah.
it's a
That's what I'm
dungeon
saying.
crawl ahead of time.
I'm like I feel like this group will like especially if you're expecting a dungeon crawl would probably not mind that.
if I
that
can
would be
create a
that's what-
character meant for a dungeon crawl, yes. If I get,
I mean,
if you wanted
you
to
know,
do
my
the
character
Emerald
created
Spire,
a
I would
dungeon without
not
any
say no.
items, and I can't get my
Yeah,
items
run
in the
Emerald
dungeon
Spire
crawl.
before.
that's another one. Emerald Spire as well.
I have the physical book for it. I've run up to floor 9 of the Emerald Spire in person.
Yeah. Well, I probably won't do that one if you already know it, but although then it gets a dungeon, so it's like a probably
I
isn't
can
quite as
I can
important.
play it.
Yeah,
I won't
it's not as
metagame.
important. It's not as important probably to not know what happens, I guess, because a dungeon. I guess if you know where all the secret doors in and metagame it, but yeah, I would trust you to not do that.
I mean,
But-
it's a mega dungeon, so there's not a whole lot of
There's-
story. There is a story to it, but
There's a
it's
lot
mostly
to
for
Yeah.
the people who
floors.
like the dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
each floor is like its own whole thing.
Right. Yeah. That's a lot, and there's a lot of floors. Yeah.
You can get through some of the floors like really
And then you
quickly.
have your whole role playing with the town and the NPCs and stuff.
That's the tricky part.
Yeah.
If you want to give the players more story and more role play, then it's like going to be a lot of ad libbing with how they interact with.
Yeah.
Basically, for the fort outside of the spire.
And yeah, Shattered Star is like, I think each book basically has its own dungeon or something like that, and like there's
Mhm.
you know there's story involved for like why you're going to the dungeons, and like it's basically the sequel to Rise of the Runelords in that sense. Like it has to do with that, and like it's one of those things as well where it's recommended that you play it before you play like Return of the Runelords, because
Yeah.
stuff from that ties in. Same thing with Rise of the Runelords, but a lot of us have already played Rise of the Runelords.
Yeah. If you're into the lore
Another cool
experience,
thing
for
is
sure.
that there's a little bit. Second Darkness also helps a little bit with Return of the Runelords,
Mm-hmm.
which you guys have already done. So that's like another check mark off on it.
Yeah. So that'd be another reason to do it, is because maybe someday we'll want to do Return of the Runelords. So it'd be good for us to be familiar with that too. So yeah, I don't know. I guess talking about it's making me lean more towards doing that, like looking at doing Shattered Star as the next campaign. But yeah, we'll see.
I only like.
mean, it's still
I only know like
a long
the
time.
part 1 of Shattered Star. Other than that, I don't know anything more about it.
Just read it all and then run it for us.
I'm really interested in it though. Like I liked the beginning, and I already know what character I want to play. I'll play my Geisha in that.
hmm
So wait, is Pluto saying he'll run Shattered Star?
Yeah, we don't know yet, but he might.
Possibly, I might possibly run that as the campaign after this campaign. Like switch to that for the next one. Maybe do a homebrew after that if we get through Shattered Star. I mean, that's really super far out, so
Yeah,
who
that's
knows?
far
Anything could happen. But I mean, honestly, this campaign still, especially because we're on a bi-weekly schedule still for this one, is still
Yeah.
pretty far out from.
But you do
Still
have
gonna
the
be a
option
while,
now
yeah.
to like maybe double up if you wanted to.
I might
It's a
if we
lot
get
of commitment.
The thing, yeah, I mean, I a lot of times we use that Thursday, but like the extra week there for like more like brainstorming and sometimes from prep work,
Yeah.
making stat blocks, that sort of stuff. But like, if I'm running an adventure path, I might be more willing to just do an every week thing instead of
If you're
every
good
other
with
week.
it, you do still have to
Because
kind
it's
of
a lot less
You
prep.
still have to
do a
do
lot
prep.
in Roll20.
Yeah, it's
It's not as
it's
easy
different
as
kind of
Fantasy
prep.
Grounds with the maps.
Definitely, yeah.
You only have to do a
Unless
lot of prep if you don't MS Paint it.
That's true. I could still
True.
just MS Paint maps even if in an adventure path.
If
I
you
mean,
run the
you just
adventure
put
path,
a blank slate in
just
front of me. I'll MS paint your
Google
map.
search images, the maps, each map that you need, and there's a fellow or two who actually like recreates those maps for you. Or you can just PDF
Those might give you better
enlarge it,
maps.
screenshot it,
Yeah.
and then ta-da, you have the map.
And there's a site where you can download all the PDFs for free, so you can do the screenshotting and pasting.
Yeah.
Right. I'd probably
Pluto, are
buy
you gonna play
it.
Teamfight Tactics with me?
Maybe someday. Not right now, but someday maybe.
Has
No
he
one else wants
ever?
to play, right?
Has he ever? I'm curious.
I've never played Team Fight Tactics yet, but like
Okay.
I might play sometime.
I'm just curious because he
I'm
keeps
not-
asking.
I said that Pluto said that he might play sometime. I'm just checking if now's that time. That's all.
Oh, okay. It never
No,
hurts
I'm
to
probably gonna
ask.
try to
You
get some
never
sleep
know.
before work, but I do gotta be at work at 2 in the morning, so.
Fun.
Yep. I've actually been going to bed early. I'll probably go to bed pretty soon. I want to get a game or two in. Ron doesn't want to
His
play,
Dark
does he?
Materials Season 1.
Play what?
It's on HBO.
Teamfight Tactics?
No, I'm not playing League ever again.
It's not League, it's Teamfight Tactics.
It's auto chess.